After the amazing Brazilian Grand Prix at Sao Paulo Interlagos, we move to paradise. Welcome to the 2024 Las Vegas Grand Prix. We're deep in the heart of Sin City as we get going to possibly crown Max Verstappen a four-time world champion. Welcome to the final three races. Max Verstappen finally winning last time out then for the first time since the Spanish Grand Prix as well. But still, three races remain here in Las Vegas, over to Qatar, and the season rounding out in Abu Dhabi. Formula One's final triple header before an almighty 2025 calendar. Taking a look back though, it is still anyone's chance for the Constructors' Championship. This circuit very much favours McLaren and Ferrari, whereas Qatar suits the McLaren as well. In the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen has his first chance to become a world champion, 393 points to Lando Norris on 331. Charles Leclerc on 307 for Oscar Piastri on 262. Carlos Sainz on 244, then a big gap before the Mercedes. Russell out of Hamilton by just 2 points. Perez is in 8th, the only non-winner this year from a top team. Then it's Fernando Alonso ahead of Nico Hülkenberg and Yuki Tsunoda, breaking up into 11th place. In the second half, Pierre Gasly now on 26 points, ahead of Lance Stroll on 24. Esteban Ocon was second place now from the Interlagos race, puts him on 23 points in 14th. Magnussen then heads Albon, who heads Ricciardo and Behrman. Colin Pinto, no points last time out, ahead now of Liam Lawson. Still no points for either Kicks Albers of Zhou Guanyu or Valtteri Bottas, and Logan Sargent has now left the championship. McLaren lead the Constructors' Championship 593 points to Ferrari's 557. Red Bull catching them up on 544, but Mercedes are way off at 382. Aston Martin now hate Alpine in 6th, who've jumped Haas, Visa Cash Up RB, and Williams, and still no points on the board for the Sauber F1 team in 2024. Let's take a look around the brand new Las Vegas street circuit. Designed here on the Strip, it's our third ever Grand Prix in Nevada after Caesar's Palace in 1980 and 1981. Get a good, nice run coming out of the curved last corner on a curved start-finish straight. Down towards turn 1, hard on the brakes, around about 4th gear. Gradually get on the accelerator, allow it to curve you round. Avoid the pit exit before tight into turn 3. Double, triple, and even quadruple apex as you hurtle down the back straightaway. Nice open at the DRS as well, but as you stamp on the brakes, it's a very hard entry point. A wall just in the braking zone as well means you're going to be diving for an apex and hoping it's there. Now it's the tightest part of the course. Literally braking and turning, a very tight left followed by a very tight right past the sphere as you come underneath the bridge section. Hurtle back down as well, the sphere looking at you as you hurtle back down past the Nevada Hotel. Now get up to speed once more before one of another tricky braking zone. Brake, 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 turn in, very hard sort of triangle corner exit curve before you enter the Las Vegas Strip. Everything flying around you with night lights as well. This is the only night race on the calendar where every session is under the lights. You're in 8th gear, maximum, revving out the engine with DRS open before stamping on the brakes into the last 3 corners as well, flicking the car in, hoping you don't hit the barrier before full throttle right to the end of the lap. Open up the DRS once more as you come around the start-finish straight. And that is a lap of the Las Vegas Strip circuit. The anticipation is through the roof for the second Las Vegas Grand Prix. For only the second time in this Sin City's history in Formula One, we could be crowning a world champion. Luck be a lady tonight for Max Verstappen. He lines up 5th on the grid, but it's Lando Norris, his championship rival, starting in 6th. Welcome to the 2024 Las Vegas Grand Prix. Everything is to play for and everything is up in the air. Good morning, everybody. Well done for getting up or staying up wherever you are in the world. And welcome to Las Vegas. Dressed up, ready to go for the occasion as well. Alongside me in the comments box is JT. Josh, can Max Verstappen today join the pantheon of 4-time world champions and equal what Sebastian Vettel did and win 4 championships in a row with a Red Bull? He starts 5th tonight. To do that, of course, he needs Norris to finish exactly where he is. Because if Norris finishes P6, or Max needs P7 or higher, it's all go tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely as well. But we've seen, well, Red Bull did a little bit of, well, they did a bit of modifications to their rear wing, let's just say. just some small modifications, not like cutting the whole top of it off because, well, they didn't have the right rear wing, did they, or did they not, is the question. But it is going to be a good one today. Does he get it, or does he not get it? Does Lando bin it again? Because, well, he binned it last year. But it's a new track surface. They resurfaced it before the race. And we've seen before, in all the practice sessions and qualifying, there's no grip out there.
There is no grip and the wind has picked up. It's now standing at 10.1 kilometres. Track temperature is at 18.3. Air temperature 18.5, so that is level. Not optimum though for these Pirelli tyres as well. They are still going to be lining up in different situations. Let's just take a look quickly at the grid then, coming into today's action. And you can see it's George Russell on pole position with Carlos Sainz alongside him. Sainz besting what he did last year as well. He qualified 2nd but started 12th. Gasly moves up from 4th to 3rd as well from last year's results. Great qualifying from the Alpine. He does love this circuit. Leclerc ahead of Verstappen and Norris. Tsunoda in 7th, splitting the two McLarens, the Piastri in 8th. Hülkenberg in 9th and Lewis Hamilton having a terrible session. He's in 10th position. Ocon goes 11th with Magnussen in 12th. Zhou is 13th. Lawson 14th. Perez 15th. Alonso 16th with Albon 17th, Stroll 18th, Bottas 19th, and Franco Colapinto has been cleared to race after a 50G impact into the wall at turn 16 yesterday. His car has been rebuilt and he has medically been declared fit to drive as well after that horrific accident. In terms of the Pirelli strategy for pit lanes, we could go to a couple of strategies. Start on the mediums, lap 14 to 20, then go on to the hards. Alternative to that one-stopper, lap 28 to 34, start on the hards and then go to the mediums. Then also an option for mediums to hards as well. Well, is Max Verstappen really a championship great? He's won 3 world titles already, but today he stands on the precipice of 4. Martin Brundle went down to have a look and truly decides if he's great or not.
If Max Verstappen is victorious in this year's Formula One World Championship, he'll be the 5th driver to win 4 consecutive titles, along with Fangio, Schumacher, Vettel and Hamilton. It's mentally and physically supremely difficult to maintain that level of performance. So where does he fit in the pantheon of all-time greats? After a stellar karting career spanning 9 years and, incredibly, just 1 season of junior single-seater racing, Max arrived in Formula One in 2015 at just 17.
Max, what is it like to have your name on a Formula One car?
It looks very good, isn't it? He was born in 97. Yeah. Jeez.
His impressive reputation preceded him. and he made an immediate impact.
The youngest man to score points in Formula One.
We've got a megastar on our hands here.
He soon became a regular point scorer and ruffled some feathers with the more established drivers, just as Senna and Schumacher did.
I think he needs to be penalized.
I will not change my driving style.
Hey, come on, this is ridiculous now. It's just turning when I'm going full speed.
At the Spanish Grand Prix in 2016, he was moved up to the Works Red Bull team and sensationally won the race, handling the pressure with ease.
The youngest driver ever to win a Formula One World Championship Grand Prix.
Yes, yes! Unbelievable, Max.
The 2016 Brazilian Grand Prix underlined his spectacular car control, especially in treacherous conditions, passing Rosberg unsighted around the outside of turn 3 and avoiding a huge accident on the pit straight.
Heartbeat went a bit higher there.
How on earth did he do that?
Save of the century.
This talent was fully intact 8 years later at the same venue, with perhaps his greatest drive to date.
Absolute masterclass here from Max.
From 17th to victory.
You know what that is? Simply lovely. I tell you that.
He'd relentlessly endured Mercedes drivers winning races and championships, but in 2021, his chance finally came. It was a fierce and occasionally brutal battle with Lewis Hamilton.
Just brake tested me.
Sealed in the final lap of the season.
It's a late lunch by Verstappen, who takes the lead of the race.
As champion, Max said he'd achieved all he'd set out to do as a driver, and from there on, everything would be a bonus. But his competitive spirit hasn't remotely diminished. A strong recovery after a difficult start delivered a second title in 2022. And total dominance in 2023, including 19 victories, quickly put a third title on his CV.
You've broken nearly every record. Congratulations.
His ability to be at one with a car and the confidence in himself and the self-belief is something that, as I say, I think is absolutely standout.
Great champions have an overdrive gear when the opportunity arises, raising their game to a barely believable level of speed, consistency and focus, both in and out of the car. Ayrton Senna had a God-given talent to find extra grip where others simply couldn't or didn't even look. Max has that too. Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton are two of the most complete drivers I've ever seen. A professional work ethic for motivating a team when out of the car. Strong at car setup, qualifying, starts, racecraft, all weather conditions and track layouts, driving around problems and maximising the difficult days. Max can do that too.
Senna is trying to go through on the inside, and it's happened immediately. This is amazing.
There's always a but with Senna, and particularly Schumacher, for their sporting tactics.
Oh, out goes Schumacher.
Verstappen easily has the speed, talent and hindsight to have avoided that, but he chose not to.
This guy is dangerous.
Decades ago, drivers handed their cars over mid-race, and accidents frequently meant death or injury, which generated more respect. Jackie Stewart, another multiple champion, counts 54 friends and rivals killed during his career. They were different, scary and more analogue times, and difficult to compare. Maybe sporting fairness is important to you, or perhaps you prefer your champions with a devil-may-care, win-at-all-costs, maverick attitude. One thing's for sure, you can't cherry-pick the bits you like. They come as a winning package and mentality. Max Verstappen has largely annihilated his F1 teammates and, like this season, he can win despite not always having the fastest car, a sure sign of greatness. He's been an integral part of Red Bull achieving a dominant status. He has fearless speed and talent to spare, and a strong head to go with it. If you're having a conversation about the greatest Formula One driver of all time, you simply have to include Max. You'll make your own minds up. For me, it's too early to call him the greatest.
Certainly, I think it is too early to call Max Verstappen one of the greatest of all time. But certainly, I think JT, he's up there. 4-time champion in a row. He joins. Well, you just got to do it. And he could join Piquet and Rosberg, of course. And his father-in-law, in effect, Nelson Piquet, who won here in 1981 as a world champion. Keke Rosberg won it in 1982 here at the Caesars Palace Grand Prix. But you have to count him sort of as a world champion, don't you? As one of the greats, because he is unstoppable in these cars.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely have to count him. Is he the greatest? Well, again, it's too soon, too early. We'll have to see where that goes in the next couple of years. But having a little look, 393 to 331, 62 points is the gap with 3 races to go. So he can wrap it up here. Many different ways it could happen.
Yeah, there's a top 10
and
as well.
if it finishes the way that it does.
Yep, so quickly, if Norris is P1, then it goes to Qatar, no matter what. If he's P1 and fastest lap, Max needs to win. P2, P3 and fastest lap, and so on, so on, so on. Where it stands right now with Verstappen P5 and Norris P6, Max would be the champion because Norris needs P4 or better, or even at this point in time, P5 and the fastest lap. So he's not in either of those positions to be crowned a world champion. The pit lane opens in 2 minutes' time. Max Verstappen just getting ready to head out there as well. Let's talk a little bit, if we can, about Pierre Gasly, because I feel like Gasly's had such a great couple of weeks. 3rd in the Grand Prix at Sao Paulo, now starts 3rd on the grid here as well. The Alpine's starting to come alive in the last couple of races as well. Do you reckon that he could gain another podium here, or is this a completely different circuit and conditions to what we had in Sao Paulo?
What has happened to Alpine? They've gone from absolutely nowhere just to like, hi, I'm here now. Yeah. And it's like, they've just come out of nowhere, and it's really good to see a far end of the mid-pack to near back of the grid team, depending on how good their car is every weekend, be up there with the others, fighting with the McLarens, fighting with the Ferraris, and even the Red Bulls at times, depending on the circuits.
Of course, Ocon led last time out until Max Verstappen overtook him at the restart as well, and Verstappen winning for the first time in 6 months last time as well, since the Grand Prix back in, well, it was June, wasn't it? Early June for the racing action. Grid starting to form, action beginning to build up as well then. Russell, he starts on pole position, as we said. His qualifying time is a 1:32.312 as well. Let's head down then, pit lane open.
Now, Simon, Max Verstappen on what could be his 4th championship evening is first out the end of the pit lane. Max can't wait to get this going tonight, and neither can we. There he goes for his practice start around the corner, and look at the grid, all lined up here. Wow, they are ready to rock and roll in Las Vegas. But Simon, rear wings and tyres, as George Russell pointed out, that's what it's all about tonight. All the teams have been going thinner and thinner on those rear wing levels here, so as not to be sitting ducks on the straight. But that means the cars do not have the downforce in corners to protect their tyres that they need. If you slide around, you tear up your tyres, and you'll be easy meat for anybody wanting to attack you. Look at the Sauber, look how thin that rear wing is on there, and the Alpine behind. Wow, you could barely get a cup of tea on that in a stiff breeze, it will fall over. But is the Alpine stuck here? No, it's coming down. Okay, that's fine. But as we have a look at the cars going round the track, the trick here, as George Russell said earlier, is that the medium tyre is very delicate. If you don't slide it too much, it will run to between laps 14 and 20. Then you can put the much more durable hard tyre and run to the end. You can swap it around if you want. If you're Lewis Hamilton or anyone below the top 10, start on the hard tyre, go to between laps 28 and 34, then run the medium to the end, which is 50 laps. But David Croft is waiting for us in the commentary box. Crofty, do you think anyone's going to try a 2-stop today?
The word I'm getting, Ted Kravitz, and a very good evening from the commentary box, is that this is a one-stop race that could become a two-stop, because guess what? No one has run the hard tyres so far in any of the 3 practice sessions. So they're a complete unknown on this track, which is warmer tonight and much, much windier. Now, 12 months ago, when we were here in Vegas, 82 on-track passes, the most in a dry race since China in 2016. The repeats chance tonight, very, very high. We also had 5 changes of lead on track. Plenty to think about then for George Russell, the pole sitter tonight. His Mercedes only 17th fastest in the qualifying speed trap. Is he vulnerable from a challenge from behind? Ferrari certainly fancy their chances. Carlos Sainz second, Charles Leclerc fourth on the grid spots that propelled both drivers to their most recent wins. And Pierre Gasly starts third, second race running that Alpine improve on their best qualifying result of the season. It is a sellout in the grandstands tonight. There is Charles Leclerc. He's won his last 2 races from 4th. But let's look at row 3. We've just seen Lando Norris out on the track. He starts 6th, never won from outside the top 5 on the grid, and he is 1 place behind Max Verstappen, who will be champion for a 4th time if he stays ahead on track of the McLaren driver. Now, last time out, Max won from 17th on the grid, a record 10th different winning grid position. 20 times in the past he started 5th. He hasn't won from there yet, and he did win the title on a Saturday last year. Is he about to repeat that fate this evening and become the 3rd driver to win the championship here in Vegas? Simon Lazenby, not long to find out.
Yeah, not long indeed. Now, there is a celebrity guest list as long as your arm today, so plenty for Martin to get his teeth into in the grid walk. That is next. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that is coming up next. JT, cars out there on the circuit, and it's going to be a really interesting Grand Prix ahead of us, especially the pit stops, as we've said about. But the cars venturing out there, track temperature and air temperature now exactly the same. Wind still at 9 kilometres. How much is this going to be important for reconnaissance laps, JT? They've got to get out there, got to get some data, and got to get some grip out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It is really important. 9 kilometers an hour. That is the strongest wind speeds I've ever seen. It's not like we've got 50-mile-per-hour winds here in the UK and a hurricane force storm off the coast. Like 106-mile-per-hour winds. Yay. Anyway, yeah, it is important, and I forgot to tell you this, but yesterday I was years old when I put on a Motor America video.
Yes.
And I heard Danica Patrick.
Yeah, you probably would.
You can't escape her.
Danica can't be escaped. That's the one thing that everybody always finds out. As we've opened up the webcam on the blog as well, so you can see the cars going past on the circuit as well. You can't escape Danica Patch. Oh, it's just gone onto the page when we needed it, and it's all gone a bit wrong. Yeah, you can't escape Danica Patrick as well. So the cars venturing out onto the circuit then from the control line, and we're all set to go for what's going to be a very entertaining race weekend. We can't wait to see what's going to happen next, to be fair. There's so much intrigue and so much action ahead of this Las Vegas Grand Prix. Martin's grid walk coming up next as well. And that'll tell us exactly who's the A-listers on the grid and who wants to, well, be talked to this evening by said Brundle. And fingers crossed it's all going to be A-OK shortly as well. So track looks good, air temperature looks good, conditions look A-OK as well. What do you think, JT? Who's going to be the one to sort of spoil the action today? Are we going to see a surprise winner?
Surprise? Maybe, maybe not, but could we have the Mercedes spoil a Red Bull victory?
Oh, 110%. I'm on board with that one as well. 110% that we're going to see Mercedes spoil that as well. They are looking good. I don't think Checo's in for a win either. I know that sounds really mean to say, but I can't see Checo getting a victory at this stage of the season. I think he'll end it without one as well coming into it. So the cars just now following down on the back of the escape road. You can see them all coming through. Fingers crossed they're all going to be A-OK before we get going. We're just having a look because we've got a little problem with OBS at the moment, so I hope you can still hear us out here at the moment, as the systems like to bug. But it's all going well, as we'll head down to Martin Brundle shortly as well. Hopefully OBS is going to start behaving itself, because at the moment it has gone completely nuts, and it has now completely frozen as well, with everything gone completely off here. So, Martin Brundle will be up shortly. Just a quick question to you, JT, as we keep coming back on and off here, thanks to him. In fact, I'm going to completely... So, we'll be back in just a second, as the Las Vegas camera has actually changed. I've just noticed. First time this entire weekend that the camera has changed around on the board. So, it's not showing towards the circuit, it's showing away from the circuit. I wonder if that's deliberate, to show some cars being outside of it. We will double check for you as we go along. We'll see if it changes. But coming into it, yeah, one final word from you, JT, then, as they come onto the grid. Who's going to be victor here today? Who's your pick a winner?
I'm going to go Russell.
It's a good pick, though, to go George Russell, isn't it?
That reminds me that I actually need to put it on Grid Network as well.
Let's head down to the grid then. Martin Brundle.
Remind me exactly why we're on a lake in the middle of nowhere, dressed in our tuxes.
Yeah, and I'm not dressed appropriately for this kind of adventure, Martin. And when I think of Vegas, I definitely don't think of water.
We're in paradise. This is zen. Las Vegas is a wild city. Last year's Grand Prix was extraordinary. And I want to go into this year's event in the right mindset. And remember back in Miami, I promised you that it's on me to get us into the Vegas circuit this year.
Not on this raft, surely. How are we going to get there?
I have a plan.
Guys, there's a plane.
You have to trust me.
Wait, where's he going?
Come back.
Come back.
Come on, then. Next step, Vegas.
Don't spare the horses, Nick. We need to get to the racetrack. Let's get this baby in the sky. And up she goes. We're a boat, we're now an aeroplane.
Bart, you really know how to impress the ladies.
You haven't seen anything yet.
I mean, I know I say this every year, Martin, but it's been quite the season.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful season, hasn't it? I mean, one of the all-time classics, I think. Although Red Bull started off so strongly with a 1 and 2 at the first 2 rounds, since then, so much has happened.
I don't think anyone would have guessed at the beginning of the year, after he won 7 races, that it would take from Barcelona all the way until Brazil before he'd win again. It made for a super exciting season, and especially to see Lando and Oscar both get their first wins and making a real race out of this championship for the constructors.
Is that the Hoover Dam down there?
Yes, it is.
That's incredible.
So I'm really looking forward to this race. It was wild last year. It's a classic street circuit, but with Silverstone speeds.
I thought it was one of the best races of the year last year. It was exciting all the way down to the very end, all the way down to the last lap.
Do you think it's going to be Viva Las Vegas for Max Verstappen this weekend, Martin?
He's got a great chance to take this World Championship if he beats Lando by 3 World Championship points. And what an effort it takes mentally and physically to win 4 World Championships on the bounce like that.
And if you're going to clinch a championship, do it in Las Vegas, baby. You think we'll be invited to the party?
Mark, the strip's over there. You're going the wrong way, mate.
It's all right. I've got another plan. Relax. You'll get there. So for the final part of my plan, we were all passengers in this beautiful helicopter last year. This year, I'm going to fly it, but we need 2 fine men from the Red Bull Air Force to help you with your part.
Well, they look like they know what they're doing, but why are their backpacks so big?
I know what's in their backpacks, and I'm going to need to change clothes.
All aboard is coming aboard.
Ugh.
Savage one, squawking at 5221.
It's like riding a bike again, Martin.
It is.
Here we go, then. How's your heart rate, Danica?
Pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Okay, you two, we're 10,000 feet
I approve
over
of
the
this
Wynn
message.
Hotel and Golf Resort. it's time to get out.
Too late to pull out now. Come on, Danica.
I don't trust you either.
Go for it, team.
Hell yeah!
So peaceful.
This is just wild.
Oh, the golf course. We're there. Oh, man.
Woo! Whoa, yeah!
Everything's just a little more crazy in Vegas.
That was awesome. We've got to go to work now.
I'm amped. Let's do it.
Get that dress back on. Come on, baby.
Well, we've got to thank a few people for making that happen. Nick at Savage Aviation for getting us up there, Red Bull Air Force for getting us down in one piece, and the Win for being extremely understanding of us taking 2 huge divots out of the 4th fairway. It was fun, though.
Oh, my gosh. That was just so cool. I mean, what a way to come into the city. The crazy thing is that, you know, you jump and you think you're going to see colors in the strip and everything, and it's just brown. And so you have no idea where you're going. I don't know how these guys know where we're going. Thank goodness we had a little help behind us. But then, of course, that was authentic. I was like, oh my gosh, there's the golf course. So such a spectacular way to come in. Thanks to everybody who helped make that happen, because we're here now and I got my dress back on and we're ready to go.
Absolutely.
I didn't think that you needed a parachute. Your mouth was so wide when you came out of the helicopter. I
I
thought that was
have
enough.
to thank the lads in edit, by the way, for not doing the close-up, because this was flapping in the breeze. Too much skin. There we go. I'm a bit disappointed in you,
guys
though.
are brave.
Come on, why
You guys
next
are
year?
brave.
Yeah, we're really disappointed that you didn't come with.
You jumped out of a perfectly good helicopter. I drove here. I mean, I don't get it.
YOLO.
But I'm very proud of you guys.
Thank you. Longest 30 seconds of my life. Don't know about you, just before we jumped out of that one. I felt like it was never going to end. There we go. Right, time for the grid walk. The man who needs no introduction is about to get a very special one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man you've all been waiting for, the undisputed champion, the greatest of all time, Martin's Grid Walk!
That's terribly kind of you, Bruce. Thank you so much. Right, we're on the grid, along with a few other people by the looks of it. Let's just take a quick look down here at the championship.
Bernie Ecclestone's daughter, Petra, right here.
Cool. Hi, how are you doing? If you don't mind, I'm going to go this way first, and then I'll thank you for the heads up on that. Yeah, championship contenders, side by side on the grid. We got Lando Norris over here. McLaren struggled a little bit in the final part of qualifying, a little bit disappointing for them. They thought they would be further up, even second on the grid. But second row of the grid at least, but right alongside him over here we have the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. We know how aggressive Max likes to be going into the first corner as well. So that's interesting, but there's an awful lot of cars in front of them, and we will head that way and see who we can trip over along the way. And my goodness me, they're all out here. Let's have a quick chat with Mario from Pirelli on our way through. Mario, how are you looking for your tyres tonight? You confident?
Yeah, I mean, they have to manage graining, but for the rest, it's fine.
One stop, is it? Unless there's a safety car?
One stop, the hard is resistant to graining, so no issues.
Okay, well, I've got a sneaky feeling it won't turn out quite like that at all. How you doing? Thank you very much. Right, let's, I don't know if we're going to actually find anybody in here today. Don't know where they're all heading. Where are you heading? Sorry?
I'm here to see Oscar Piastri.
Okay, well, yeah, he's a good lad. See if you can find him. I suspect the drivers will all be long gone.
Yeah, that's right. This is such an awesome deal. I got to tell you, it's so exciting.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Good. Let's keep moving on down. There's Gordon Ramsay. We're always having a chat with Gordon Ramsay. So we'll probably sidestep him today, but he looks like he's going to trip over me anyway. No, he's gone through. We have a chat with him quite often on the grid. And Rory McIlroy. We had a chat with him a little bit earlier. And look at this, Pierre Gasly, third on the grid. And, oh dear, I've lost my sound pack. Okay, no, I got it back again. Somehow, somebody got a little bit too close to my sound pack on the back, and off it went. And I can't... Tommy, are you around? Good. All right, we'll still keep moving forward then. And yeah, it's going to be actually almost impossible to find somebody on here tonight to have a chat with. We'll keep moving down and to head towards. I think the drivers are going to come back on the grid a little bit later. We've got sitting here then, of course, George Russell on pole position. What a tremendous lap that was from George. Don't see Toto. Wouldn't mind a quick word with him if we can. Sorry about that. And head. Excuse me, sir. Coming through. Thanks a lot. Hey there, Lee. And are you there, Tommy? Right. Okie dokie. We actually can't see anybody at the moment. So what are we going to do? Because no drivers. None of the celebs of the 77 on the list. And yeah, we'll have a quick chat with Jerry Bruckheimer while Jerry, good to see you on the grid again. And how's it going with the movie?
Fabulous. We're so excited to be back here. It's our second year here. Did some fabulous filming last night. Brad drove the track. I mean, high speeds. It's beautiful with the light flashing by him and DHL signs. It's really spectacular.
I read a headline about Brad Pitt fainting or something. Well, it's obviously part of the script, hopefully.
It's all part of the movie.
Good stuff. And
yeah.
It's out next summer.
Yes, end of June. And we're going to Abu Dhabi to finish up. We'll be there.
All right, good to see you as always. Cheers. Right, where are we? If we stand here, we can just keep fishing for people. Yeah. Well, this is really odd, isn't it? There's absolutely nobody up here to have a chat with. Neither driver, nor team boss, nor anybody else that I want to have a word with. But hey-ho, they don't always work out. I was chatting earlier on to a guy who wanted to... right. Hi, Paul. How you doing? Paul Mescal, of course. We saw you a bit earlier on. So you met the Ferrari boys. They're a couple of lovely lads, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good boys. Yeah. Excited for them today.
So you're having a great time, aren't you? Gladiator 2 been released. You've been you're here in Vegas. You've been with the Ferrari team. It's all going off.
It's all going off. The cars are. Fred from the film as well.
Hi, Fred. Martin, yeah. Connie, how are you?
We're excited. Excited for the race today. It's going to go off.
All right, good stuff. Really good to see you, and hope you enjoy the race. Noah Lyles, here's the 100-meter Olympic champion. You won by a photo. My name's Martin Brundle. I work for Sky F1. Well, these are our starting blocks, Noah. It's pretty cramped down here, isn't it?
I can't even hear anything.
I can't hear myself, to be honest, either. I said these are our starting blocks.
Oh, yeah! I was talking about that. I was just telling my fiance, this is so weird. You never see this in track and field. Somebody coming on here and just staring at you while you get into your starting blocks.
Yeah, but it's smart for you. You guys all start in a line, which is a bit... We can't do that, unfortunately, but we're going to walk to the front of the grid. I think you'll probably do up there, but a spectacular year for you. Congratulations on your gold medal.
Thank you, thank you.
Good to see you on the grid. Right, let's see what we can do. I've lost sound in my ears, but we'll keep chatting away. If anybody can send me some sound.
Jenny McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy?
It's okay. It's okay. Right. Yeah. Good. Right, let's head through. We've got to get underneath this rope. Hey, with me, Lee. Thank you. Right, let's get in here. See what's going on. I want to try and have a word. I don't think I'm allowed to talk to Franco. Franco, can you? I'm not allowed to talk to you on the red carpet. How are you feeling after that accident? You okay?
I'm okay. A bit sore, but all good. Ready to go. Yeah.
the boys did an amazing job to put the car back on track today. So yeah, very grateful, and they have done so much for the last couple of races that it's great to see the car going back out on track.
Yeah, okay, so the car's together, you're feeling okay, you'll start from the pit lane.
Yeah. We'll start from the pit lane, so yeah, long race ahead, so a lot of opportunities. Hopefully we can have a good one.
Good luck, keep your head calm. Right, Valtteri, how's it going? You're looking cool and calm as always?
Yeah, I'm keeping cool, easily here.
All right, good luck, good luck.
2 minutes to national anthem, 2 minutes.
Sylvester, Martin Brundle.
Hey, Martin.
How are you?
I couldn't be better. I was going to race tonight, but I got a bad ankle.
Okay, sorry to hear that. I interviewed you on the grid.
No.
1999, 25 years ago, in Hungary.
Was I tongue-tied or am I okay?
No, you're just fine. We're both above ground still, so I think we have to treat that as a bonus.
You're doing a fantastic job.
It's really kind of you. And you look at who are you supporting? Anybody in particular today?
Oh my God! I'm conflicted. Love champions, but in love with underdogs. That's my thing.
All right, good stuff.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Max, quick word. Championship day today, hopefully for you. And how does it feel? Is it windy out there?
Yeah, it's very windy, so in some places it's very difficult to brake. It's still quite cold. I mean, it's a bit warmer, but it's still going to be tough on tires.
All right, good. Have a great race. Right, how long have we got to the anthem? We've still got a minute before the anthem. Lando, how's it going?
All good, thanks. How are you?
Car feel good out there? Bit windy, bit slippery?
It doesn't. I don't think any car feels good around here, to be honest with you. We're hoping today is a bit better than yesterday. I think the car is good pace. It's just difficult. So it's going to be a challenging day, but I think we can go forwards.
Bit wild down that back straight today, isn't it?
It's going to be, and I hope it is for us.
All right, good stuff. Thank you very much. Okay, we're not allowed to start talking to drivers now. We got 20 seconds to go. Wonderful atmosphere here on the grid. Look at the grandstands, steep up there, absolutely full of people. We got the ladder, we got Ben Mylander here in the safety car. I strongly suspect we'll see that at some time this evening, because it's going to be treacherous out there. But now it's time for the national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ring clear, the bomb bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Rousing rendition. Yuki, quick word. What can you achieve from 7th today?
Points, in front of Haas and Alpine, that's the main point.
Good man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. We just heard, actually, on the team radio channel that we've got, George Russell saying that after he did a practice start, he went immediately into D-rate. I mean, how much of a problem could that be?
Well, it's a massive problem if he gets it again. So
obviously they get to the grid and then they can run through all the systems and see what's happening. But yeah, that's not a nice feeling to have as a driver as you're gearing up for the big moment when the lights go out. But he'll get a little go away from the start, practice start before he goes round, so I'm sure it's going to be okay.
Max obviously feeling calm. We heard from him, both him and Lando there, talking to Martin. But yeah, I mean, from what do you think is possible? I mean, we talked about it from 5th today, get a good start, but it's the straight line speed. Do they have enough of that to be able to compete?
Well, first off, you got to make it through the first corner, and there was a lot of action in turn 1 on the very start last year. So get through that, get into that DRS situation, and hope that you have enough straight line speed, sure. But I think, as he said too, there's a lot of wind. It's going to make braking a little bit more challenging. You've got to make sure that you don't lock up down in any one corner, but obviously at the end of the back straight is the easiest place to do it. Whether you're trying to overtake or be overtaking or just pushing the car, a lot of wind going on. The track's going to be dusty at first. These first couple laps are going to dictate a lot of where people fall in.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much of a problem the wind is going to be with those gusts sort of getting funneled down the street circuit.
It's an issue because it's not been windy all weekend, so they're not sure how the car's going to react, especially with a very low grip track. So I cannot wait to watch, first of all, the start, but there's going to be cars everywhere. And also the problem is, to get the tyres in a working range, you need to brake hard. And to brake hard, you've got to have confidence in the tyres that they're not going to lock. So it's a really difficult situation for them, which is good because it makes it fun. But I just can't wait for these lights to go out and see what happens in turn 1.
Look, we've got Pierre Gasly in 3rd. I think this is also going to be another story that we'll see how play out. He finished 3rd at the last race in Brazil. They're on a roll, but can he hang up there? We'll have to see.
How much of a bottleneck do you think Pierre Gasly is going to be? Yes, he was quick yesterday, but there's quicker cars behind him.
I don't think he will be at the start of the race. I think maybe after the first pit stop, but the first stint it's an unknown for everyone because they're in traffic, they've got dirty air, very easy to grain the tyres. They're going to be trying to find a way to look after those tyres. And I think we're going to see early pit stops so people can get in free air, get on the better tyre, which is the hard, and have clear air, which is a big thing with a new set of tyres to not cause that graining.
I think maybe if we're going to see somebody do something a little bit different, I think we might see McLaren dip back into a little bit of a unique scenario, a little bit of a different strategy, see if they can get something from it. Lando's down there in 6th, Piastri in 8th. They need to make up some ground, and maybe they can do that with strategy.
Fred looking very zen there. George Russell, let's talk about him. So he's 4th pole position, 3rd of the year. Let's just bring in Toto and see if I have a quick word with him before we go. Toto, well done for yesterday on behalf of George, but it's about converting that pole position into a win now. What have you said to your driver?
We've said you need to create a little bit of a gap in the first couple of corners because we are lacking straight line speed against Ferrari and Gasly, so that's why we need to protect ourselves.
If there's something that'll get you to sort of hit a bit earlier, what do you think that'll be?
What could get us? Graining on the tire, because we need to try to push create a gap, but obviously it's always the balancing act.
What can you do with Lewis? Obviously, you'd love to run a different strategy with him at the start of the race, but the scary thing is a possible safety car.
Yeah, I think if the car is as strong as it has been all weekend, there is the opportunity for him, definitely. And you don't want to be too upset with the strategy because you want him right there, not very different to anybody else.
Best of luck today. Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks very much, Toto. But yeah, he's got it all to do. And if there have been any doubts about George Russell in the past, it has been in wheel-to-wheel racing. He would dearly love to convert it. That man there, though, can clinch the title today. If they finish as they start in 5th and 6th, that will be enough. He needs to outscore him by more than 3 points to keep the championship alive. That man's on pole position. Las Vegas Grand Prix is next.
Thanks, guys. Trackside there for Sky Sports F1. The anticipation is through the roof, JT. The atmosphere building. Nice to see Sylvester Stallone back on the grid as well. Ironic, actually, because the last time he was on the F1 grid, of course, was back in 1999 when he was making the F1 movie, which turned into the kart movie Driven. We all remember how badly that went. I wonder if the new F1 movie will go the same way. JT, the atmosphere looks fantastic out there. We've got track cameras. They've changed turn 7 on the back. They've changed turn 13 on the back stretch, and we're going to be flicking to that one during the race. But we've got a perfect angle, exit of turn 6 towards the sphere sector, and that is the camera we're going to be having live as well. So JT, coming to you, really tricky conditions now. Winds up, track temperature up, air temperature up. It's now 18.6 track, air 18.1. But, I don't know, it's the graining that they've got to worry about. It's a one-stopper, but either way, they're going to be taking the hards somewhere between 35 to 30 laps in total. It's a long way for them to go in no conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a high chance that it gets switched over to a two-stop strategy, especially if we get a safety car, which is, I think, a very high chance.
100% chance of a safety car in this weekend anyway. I'm suddenly feeling very claustrophobic up here in the commentary box wearing this tuxedo as well. So that's a great feeling. Hopefully I loosen up during the race as well. But a question, one more before we head over to the world feed as well. That of Franco Colapinto, starting from the pit lane as well. Is he going to be in a good enough position to drive? Because he got a 50G impact yesterday. Now having to do this race, high speed, bumps everywhere. I'm surprised he's been declared medically fit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm surprised they've not just gone, okay, let's relax now for Las Vegas and then get back at it at Qatar. Because, well, if it happens again, how many spare parts do Williams have?
That's a question. I think they're already offered it as well. So it's going to be a little bit more interesting, to say the least, out there on the action. So we're all set. Go on.
Just to annoy Josh, I'm going to move. There you go.
Oh, right, just to annoy me on the setup, yeah. We managed to get JT on for the camera action as well. Here it comes then, everybody. It's the 2024 Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Championship can be won this evening here in Vegas if Lando Norris doesn't outscore Max Verstappen by 3 points or more. We're all set. The strip lit up and ready. The gladiators are ready. Are you? It's the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Greatness. An intangible high they are driven to chase, to fight for, to sacrifice for.
But what does it mean to be great?
The desire to go faster and faster all the time.
To set themselves above all others. To have their names revered forever.
He is the greatest of all time.
All roads have led us here, to this moment. Out from the darkness, stripped down to pure instinct.
What an unbelievable race, guys!
They will step into this arena.
And under the blinding lights, to the thrill of the crowd, to do battle for our entertainment.
Those that watch dream of being them.
What Verstappen's in Vegas stays in Vegas.
These gladiators of speed. But only one can emerge victorious, and the stakes have never been higher.
George Russell, pole here in Vegas.
For the third time, Las Vegas could hold the key to immortality. Welcome to Sin City. We're here today. It's round 22 of the FIA Formula One World Championship. Max Verstappen stands on the precipice, world champion. He'll join the previous year as well. Keke Rosberg did it in 1982. His father-in-law, Nelson Piquet Sr., did it in 1981. Battling 17 turns of the Las Vegas Strip circuit as well will be the challenge. It's a 6.201 kilometre circuit, high speed, top speed over 300 kilometres an hour. Hard tyre, C3, medium, C4, soft, C5. We're expecting to see the hard and mediums at play today, with 2 DRS zones being the key factor. Here's a live look then at Las Vegas with our track cameras that we have access to today as well. We'll be looking down in the Sphere sector at turn number 7 as well. Also, we have the backstretch at turn 13. We'll be swapping to them throughout as you see the safety car drive through on its reconnaissance laps as well. The atmosphere is building as we get ready to let loose in Las Vegas. And in terms of the starting grid, for the second Las Vegas Grand Prix, but the 4th here in Sin City, from the back of the grid, after a 50G impact, Franco Colapinto will start from the pit lane. Valtteri Bottas serves a 5-place grid penalty. Lance Stroll lines up 18th on the grid. Alongside him is Alexander Albon in the other Williams. 16th for Fernando Alonso. Sergio Perez once again having an exit in Q1. He gets promoted up into 15th spot. Liam Lawson is 14th. Alongside him is Zhou Guanyu for the first time this year, back into Q2. Thank goodness for that. Kevin Magnussen starts 12th with Esteban Ocon lining up 11th after 2nd last weekend in Interlagos. Lewis Hamilton, a poor qualifying from him in Q3. He starts 10th. Nico Hülkenberg 9th on the grid. Oscar Piastri puts it P8. Yuki Tsunoda, what another brilliant performance from him. Consistency is key on the streets of Vegas. Lando Norris and Max Verstappen line up on the 3rd row of the grid. If Max finishes ahead of Lando, it's championship done. Charles Leclerc lines up 4th with Pierre Gasly up in 3rd place. And it runs on as well for the front row. Carlos Sainz and George Russell on pole position for the 5th time in his Formula 1 career. Mercedes take pole 141. We welcome you up to the JB Motorsports commentary box. Myself, Megan Birch and Josh T with us as well. You can see the track camera. We've managed to squeeze JT in on the action as well, like we couldn't do yesterday. Atmosphere building, tension rising. But Megan Birch, there's one thing that's for certain. Are we going to crown a champion tonight? Is Max on the precipice of a 4-time championship?
I'm not sure. I think maybe it would be nice for him to have it here at Las Vegas. I mean, it certainly would be a good place to celebrate it. But also, it's still all to play because Las Vegas, anything could really happen.
We saw last year how cold this track can get. Track temperature now is at 18.4. Air temperature's dropped 17.9 now. It's dropped 0.2 degree since the start of the build-up show to the world feed. JT, here we go then. Precipice rising. George Russell on pole position. Can he take a victory for the 2nd time this year? Effectively the 3rd, because he won, of course, in dominant fashion in Spa-Francorchamps. But how difficult is this circuit? It should be quite similar in terms of trying to get the tyres to 50 laps. He's got experience of this.
Yeah, absolutely. He does have experience of this. Is it possible? Yes. Will he do it? That is another question with all of the different conditions round this circuit. The clock ticks over and green light is on for the formation lap, guys.
We are underway in Las Vegas on the formation lap. This fantastic 6.201 kilometre circuit with only 171 metres down to the 1st corner as George Russell scampers away. Carlos Sainz is in 2nd. Gasly puts it in 3rd place as well. Conditions are perfect. They're a lot warmer than they were last year, but the wind has just rocketed up to 14.4 kilometres. We were worried we might not have any fans here today. Yesterday, the main grandstand did not look full at all. Today, packed to the rafters, a weekend average of 306,000. Here's your previous winners. 1981 and 1982 when we raced in Caesars Palace in the car park. It was Alan Jones in 81 and Michele Alboreto in 82. Max Verstappen won last year in 2023. 2 champions have been crowned here, as I said, in 81 with Piquet and 82 with Keke Rosberg. Rosberg only won 1 race that year as well, so we're going to see what's going on there. And of course I'm wearing a suit, says to Logan as well. Of course I am. It's a tux. You've got to go into it. Even Megan's dressed up as well for this one.
I put my hair up.
And you have, yeah. Happy birthday, though, to Adam Lemrys, our friend and colleague. Hope you're having a great day. Megan, however, please do take us through the starting lineups here, and it's on your monitors now.
One stop mediums, 17 laps going on to hards for the rest of the race. One stop hards, 31 laps to fill, and then going on for the rest of the race.
There is 2 alternatives as well I'll take you through. Starting on the mediums, going to lap 8 to 14, then stopping for hard tyres, but only taking them between laps 26 and 32, then to the end of the race. Alternative, though, for a soft tyre run, 7 to 13, then to 26 to 32, and the same as the remainder. That could be what Fernando Alonso's doing out there today as well, I'd like you to point out, because he starts this race, as we'll take a look in a second once the battle screen gets up and running. He starts on the said soft compound tyres, Megan. Could be in for an interesting situation.
For some reason he is starting on that, and shouldn't Colapinto be heading out of his pit box now?
He should be, yes. I'm slightly more alarmed the fact that OBS is frozen and it won't take us back to our battle screen. There we go. A bit of nerves. He was nervous. I wasn't nervous at all.
I'm still feeling unwell as well.
The lineup, JT, what do you reckon? Who's going to lead down to turn 1?
I'm going to go... Russell's going to try round the outside, but I think everyone will try and go up the inside of him and push him out.
Russell lines up, left-hand side of our monitor, right-hand side of the track, side to the inside. What, you're going Gasly leading into turn 1. Do you reckon the same thing happened last year where they all just run off the circuit?
Yeah. I am kind of... I've been kind of thinking that would happen all weekend. That's why I don't know what will happen in the championship. Because I don't know how they will cope with this circuit. And honestly, I think what will be, will be.
Right at the back comes Sergio Perez. Last 2 cars coming into position as well now. Tension starts to rise. It's a curved grid here. Time for a Saturday night bonanza. Who is going to win under the lights in Las Vegas? Is Max Verstappen about to become a 4-time world champion? We are ready to roll the dice. Lady Luck, be on our side tonight. Action in Las Vegas. It's a good start from George Russell. He'll easily cover off Carlos Sainz. Pierre Gasly looks to go around the outside. Anyone going to make it through turn 1? There's 4 wide further back. And Verstappen and Norris nearly come to blows, but also Tsunoda nearly touching the back. The 2 Ferraris in battle. And up into second position. Amazing start from Charles Leclerc. Right round the outside of Gasly and Sainz as we head down towards turn 4 for the first time. Everyone's going to be locking on the brakes as well. Verstappen's ahead of Norris. Norris trying to look around the outside. Not going to work out there. Piastri already dealt with Hulkenberg. Now he's going to try and go around the outside of Tsunoda. Can't do it as we enter the sphere section for the first time. Watch down below on our cameras in a few moments and you'll see them come through. As they all get through. Zhou up into 12th position ahead of Lawson. And now we see Hulkenberg nearly taken off the circuit. And that's why Zhou cuts the corner. Piastri's up to 8th position, Hulkenberg down to 9th, they come back through. Hulkenberg nearly in the wall at the exit as well, Megan. He's desperately trying to get through. And Magnussen versing Lawson as well. There he is, and look at Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg nearly puts Tsunoda in the wall. That's going to be hard down to braking zone for turn 13. This is where Norris crashed last year. Tsunoda, that's Lawson staying out of Magnussen.
Yeah, Magnussen can't seem to beat Lawson right now. And everyone seems to have DRS, barring Colapinto, obviously. But further back, we can see that Verstappen is definitely trying to get past Gasly, and he just can't seem to manage it. He is looking for every possible way, and yet he can't seem to find it. Zhou is about to try and have a go on Ocon, but can't seem to
here we go again.
Find a way.
Lawson and Magnussen nearly into the wall together. That's side by side through turn 14 and 15. Fantastic. Lawson stays ahead. Magnussen cuts back in as well to try and get the toe round the outside of the last corner. That's going to be dangerous. They're in the slipstream together now. Over the line. Lap 1 complete. 49 to go. Look at Perez at the inside of Albon into turn 1 as well. Last the lane breakers. He should be able to do it. Hard tyres compared to Albon's medium tyres. Alonso passes Magnussen as well. Tsunoda is also under pressure as well with Lando Norris. DRS activated as Verstappen tries to have a go at Gasly. Leclerc, though, up into second position. JT, great start from him, the Ferraris.
Yeah, absolutely, really good start. Up 2 for Leclerc, down 1 for Sainz. It's a Ferrari 2-3 at the moment. Gasly down into 4th, and Russell still leading this one. Further down, Alonso up 2, Magnussen down 3. That is 14th and 15th.
So, this is going to be a key battleground of this race. How long are these tyres going to last? How long can they not stop the graining? Everyone's on mediums, bar Alonso. He's got on 2 soft compound tyres. And then we get hards for Perez, Bottas and Colapinto. A few of them on used tyres as well as they come onto it. But we've got the DRS activated now. Down the Las Vegas strip, Max Verstappen trying to close in on Pierre Gasly under braking zone for turn number 14. You're going over 300 kilometres an hour. Down into second gear at 95 kilometres an hour into a tight chicane hairpin. He just about keeps it together. Norris also closing in on the back of Verstappen as well, but Max is on max attack.
I am curious.
There go the cars. Through the back section, yay, it's working. You can see cars.
I'm curious to how Verstappen, Norris and Tsunoda have managed to completely stay in their good positions.
And also, added to that, Lewis Hamilton, he's stayed in 10th position. I was watching him at the start. He was looking on the inside line, but didn't get through.
Joe Lawson.
Has been noted for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. We'll keep an eye on what's going to happen there as they come back down into the Sphere section then at turn 5, past T-Mobile advertising as well. Turn 5 is the Caesars Forum corner. Back through then at Sphere. That's where our track map is as well, where the cars will fly by. So keep an eye on the CCTV camera below us here in the commentary box as they rise up again past the said Sphere, which is advertising Formula 1 as it has been doing all weekend long. Russell leads with the fastest lap, 1:39.077. Then we get Leclerc second, still in that DRS zone. He's 8 tenths inside of Russell. Sainz third, Gasly fourth, Verstappen fifth, Norris sixth, Tsunoda is 7th, Hülkenberg 8th, Piastri 9th, Hamilton rounds out the top 10, Ocon's 11th, Zhou 12th, Lawson's 13th, 14th for Alonso, 15th Magnussen, 16th Perez, Albon 17th, Stroll 18th, Bottas 19th, Colapinto takes 20th position as well for all of you listening on the radio. And look at this from Charles Leclerc, second on the road last year, led some of the Grand Prix as well. He wants to lead it all here tonight. He's right at the back of Russell and Verstappen, JT right at the back of Gasly, but it's all eyes on the Ferrari of Leclerc.
Lawson.
Yeah, absolutely.
You go ahead.
After you, JT. Oh, he's frozen, Megan.
Lawson and Magnussen have been noted.
Okay, we'll spot that out then coming through for a noted of yep, so they have now going to be possibly in the investigation as well. Leclerc's got the DRS right in the backstretch. Can he do anything about it? Coming under the attack and under pressure consistently as well. Down the brakes, change 2 and see where we go.
No further action for Joe and Lawson.
Leclerc's got the fastest lap of the race as well, 1:38.329, so he's improving as well as we expected. JT, can you hear me?
Hello, yes.
Hello, your camera's frozen. You might want to give it a quick refresh. So, yeah, there is. It looks like you're half in. It looks like someone slapped you, and you're halfway through moving. It's quite funny as it comes into it. Thrust point 6.
Still moving on my side, so it might be on your side.
Oh right, if it is, oh great, if it is me, that's going to be brilliant news, isn't it? Coming into it, right? Let's take a look. There we go, got it now. So, JT, what were you going to say a lap ago?
Nothing.
All right.
Exactly what Megan said.
Good timing from both of you then out there at the moment. Down the strip we go. Watch an eye on Leclerc. 3 tenths now the gap. Here comes Max Verstappen. He's going to have a go at Pierre Gasly. But meantime, Leclerc trying to go around the outside of Russell into the chicane. Not working. Verstappen on the inside line of Gasly. Does make the move. Verstappen up into 4th place and a championship on the line. Now,
he currently is champion.
Here look at Charles Leclerc though. He's going to have a go. Russell goes defensive. Cuts the pin and entry line. Leclerc's going to try and swing it around the outside. Can't do it. Oh, can he? He's almost in the wall. Down to turn 1. Leclerc's on the outside. This will be the greatest move if we can make it stick. Russell trying to force him offline, and Leclerc using all of his advantages to add. Racing with Verstappen, Russell will do exactly the same thing. Brilliant racing, and it's the first time we've actually seen Russell and Leclerc be with each other. Box for Alonso. 3 laps on these soft tyres, not working. He'll drop to the back.
All that work he did to get up into that position, and he has to pit.
Well, we'll see exactly why he'll have to stop later in the session. JT will tell us what tyres he'll change onto. Carlos Sainz has now closed up to the battle at the front as well. I wonder if Leclerc is going to continue having a push as well, because he's dropped now.
Piastri, false start.
And, Piastri apparently has jumped the start. So it's been noted by the stewards for a false start. That'll be a drive-through penalty coming up.
Can I just say, I also think that Bottas should have his start looked at, given the fact that I think he was halfway
out of the grid box.
Yeah, he this way, width-wise.
Right.
Because there was far too much space on that side.
We'll keep a look at it then as well. It's just been noted at the moment for a false start. No investigation has come of it just yet. As they come round turn 6, into 14, 15 and 16, past the sphere section once again, JT. The Ferraris, I feel now, are just backing off a little bit. But Leclerc, under pressure now from Sainz, but I've got a feeling team orders.
Yeah, they'll just be trying to save their tyres, just backing off. Russell's just set a fastest lap, so he's not saving his tyres. So the Ferrari's saving their tyres.
Here's the start, Megan.
Here's the start.
Megan, here's the start.
Yes. Right, so getting a perfect getaway was Leclerc, immediately pushing Verstappen out of the way and almost into the path of Gasly and Norris at the same time. Manages to get ahead of his teammates, and Russell just gets an ordinary start, but Leclerc definitely gets the superior one to the entirety of the grid, since he almost caused them all to crash.
Here's Leclerc's start again. So, as you say, he's going to run his teammate, and Max did try, but he's just given the old switcheroo. He's learned from last year, hasn't he, Charles Leclerc, when he got pushed off by Verstappen?
Yeah.
I noticed as well, Piastri sunk like a stone as well on the back there. Right, here's Max. Looks like he's locked up on the front right, doesn't it, as well? Norris, and he nearly got touched by Tsunoda. There, look. That's what I noticed at the start. Tsunoda nearly ran into the back of Max. Bottas, Piastri did jump the start. Piastri has jumped the start, so that he's going to get a penalty for that, surely. Now, this was Bottas, Megan. Look further back, that's where he was. Yeah, he did look like he was out of good position as we looked at Hamilton's on board.
So... And yeah, he hasn't been looked at yet.
No. So that would be a false start procedure as well, for being too far forward. Cars fly by on the bottom monitor. This is Magnussen having a go around. This was him battling with Lawson. Magnussen radio.
Almost touched.
Lawson moving in a straight line when I was slipstreaming. You know, he was reacting. And
it was a corner.
Oh, Magnussen nearly bump drafted him. It was like a NASCAR race there, JT. Nose to nose. Oh, and Russell's got damage. He's got something caught.
Yeah, I noticed that a couple of laps ago. It was
either
just
that,
flapping
either
bag, I think.
Yeah.
Either that, or he's decided to make this like when people used to do that. What's it called?
Streamer gun?
No, on a horse with the big
Whip.
lance.
A whip.
No. Jousting.
Jousting.
Unless he's decided to turn this into a joust and has his girlfriend's favour just on his car.
Megan going old school. That's Gladiators, which is being sponsored here this weekend as well. Now,
I've been watching too much Game of Thrones.
Let's take a look here. This is Norris, who is stuck behind Pierre Gasly. Not where he, A, wanted or B, needed to be.
Yeah, if you're going to be stuck behind anyone, let it be Pierre Gasly.
Hamilton's got the DRS. He pulls to the outside line of Oscar Piastri. Can he get away through? It's going to be very late on the brakes. Piastri has got the drag on him. Under braking. How is that McLaren so much faster than Hamilton? They're both in the straight line. And Hamilton's going to have to go late on the brakes. Piastri's going to know that, though. It's going to be contact if they're not careful. Piastri stays ahead of Hamilton. Oh, and Sainz ahead of Leclerc. Sainz has passed Leclerc on the back stretch. Sainz up to second. Leclerc's got real problems. Hamilton trying to go left and right. Piastri coming into turn 17 almost puts it in the wall as well. So Piastri up to 8th. Hamilton's not going to fight it because he knows he might have a penalty for Piastri. But what happened there with Ferrari? It looks like they swapped places. So Sainz now second, but Russell's put out 3-second lead, JT.
Yeah, 3-second lead, and here's a move. Hamilton down the inside, looking at Piastri. decides against it, will stay in the slipstream as we get to the tighter, windier section of the circuit.
And Piastri is now under investigation for said false start. Knew that was coming in a mile away. So, false start being investigated.
Anything fast.
Yeah. Russell, 1:38.136, I should say. Fastest of the race so far. So he is absolutely on the run. And here comes... Well, what has happened to Charles Leclerc? Dropping like a stone. Max Verstappen with the DRS in a few moments down the backstretch, down the strip, opens up the DRS. He was already alongside the Ferrari before it even opened, and Max Verstappen moves up into third place. What is wrong with Charles Leclerc?
I do not know.
Hamilton gets past Piastri on the outside on the Vegas strip as well. So Piastri down to 9th plus investigation.
He's dropping back further.
Yeah, and Norris passes Gasly finally. So now Norris clears Gasly. Reminder, Norris, where he is in P... Oh, hang on a minute, Gasly's having a fight back at him. He's looking left and right. Norris defends down the centre into turn 1, and that's left Gasly vulnerable to Yuki Tsunoda, who tries to look on the inside line, and here comes Lewis Hamilton for good measure as we come round turn 3. Down towards turn 5 at Caesars Forum. DRS open for Tsunoda. Goes defensive against Hamilton, who looks up the inside line. Not going on there.
Are you telling me that Max Verstappen hasn't even broken the 300 mark for his best speed yet?
Hamilton looking at the inside of the speed section. Can't get ahead of Tsunoda.
How is he doing that?
No idea. He's got a superior straight line speed, hasn't he? Best speed trap for Verstappen, 229 kilometres an hour. Got a fascinating little battle brewing here in the middle of the circuit, as well as Hamilton, who we knew JT has been fast all weekend long, is now showing that the car has got pace. His teammates leading the race.
Yep, car has pace. Is he able to deliver past Piastri? Now looking to get past Tsunoda as we go down
Here we go.
the strip. DRS open, Leclerc box.
And Hamilton to the outside line should be easily done. Could he get Gasly? No. Right, into the pit lane comes Charles Leclerc.
And McLaren thanks you for that.
Yeah, why? What's happened? He's on 8 lap on mediums. It should have been good for a couple more laps. I don't get what's the problem.
It's very slow, it's his engine.
Yeah, there's something wrong with Charles Leclerc out there. Norris also box. They come in together.
Why are you boxing?
Ooh, that's entertaining. Leclerc and Norris pit together. JT.
Having a look at Leclerc, stop time 2.5, stop time for Norris 2.5 as well. Exact same time, mechanic running across the pit lane to try and get out the way. Why did he do that? I do not know. We've got other cars in the pit lane. It's Albon and Stroll as we jump back on board with Max Verstappen around this finish section.
So that has put Norris down in 17th, Leclerc in 16th place. Megan.
Degradation.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Verstappen's front right tyres, it's closing up massively. So
And degradation there, slightly less so.
Yeah, so these tyres, the mediums are going quite quickly. We're getting towards the first pit stop range anyway, which is between lap 14 and 20.
Science.
And
Box.
Oscar Piastri has been given a 5-second time penalty for a jump start.
That's kind.
Yeah, it is kind. Here comes, though, second position for Max Verstappen. He pulls to the outside line, even before the DRS line as well. He'll breeze through. He's not even using the DRS at all now. It's to give him an advantage, and Russell will now have fierce competition as Max Verstappen is up into second place. And Hamilton round the outside of Gasly as well in the same sector. Piastri's been told to box.
So he's immediately serving it.
Yeah. Well, get it out of the way early. And into the pit lane comes Carlos Sainz. So they are really suffering with degradation out here today, to the point where they're having to box early in order for this to make an actual sense. As Sainz comes down, JT.
Sainz comes to a stop now. Good stop. Gasly, Tsunoda, Piastri all come in. It's a very quick stop. It's a 2.3 for Carlos Sainz. We'll wait to see what tyres he goes on. Piastri comes to a stop now. They wait. It's going to be on to new hards for Piastri. 5 seconds now. Tyres are on. It's go. It's a 8.9 second stop, so a 3.9 second stop after the penalty. Here's a look at the start once again.
We're not looking at the whole 30 seconds, because they're still forming up on the grid from P10. Was he too far forward of his grid slot? I think he was.
Yeah.
So
that is what it looks like. Having a look.
Should be the same for Valtteri then.
Down.
This is... I'm just trying to work out what we're looking at here on the monitor.
We still don't know what tyres most of the people have gone on to.
Right, so this is Zhou Guanyu in 6th, with Sergio Perez in 7th. Verstappen, box! You are right, actually. The tyre information graphic has not updated to see what we want to fully want. Go on.
There's a lot of question marks.
Yeah. Perez should easily pass Zhou here. Perez is on the longer strategy on the hard compound tyres. He's trying to go super long into this Grand Prix. And Verstappen will have that information as well, that the hard tyres are working, not degrading so much as Perez breezes past Zhou with a little touch down into the turn 14 chicane.
McLarens weren't degrading. They just pitted because they needed the upper hand.
Yeah, is the undercut going to work out? Hards go on then. Russell stays out. He's now got 15 seconds to Lewis Hamilton, who's moving up to second. A safety car here would be pitch perfect for the Team Mercedes. Even Hülkenberg. Oh, 2 seconds for Verstappen. But is he going to get out ahead of Norris? Where's he going to filter in? It's alongside Zhou Guanyu. So, yes, Verstappen has filtered out behind Bottas and ahead of Colapinto. So that's put Verstappen 7th. Norris is in 11th. So it has not worked out the way it wanted to. Colapinto from the pit lane up into 8th and still in this battle. And here comes now Carlos Sainz trying to go on the inside line, and Colapinto at 5. Hasn't worked out. And now Colapinto's the ball stop. Red Bull have jumped the Ferraris despite them pitting first. How the hell's that happened? And Sainz all over the back of Colapinto. Oh, and that's Verstappen passing Bottas. Going through the inside at turn 9. Russell's now been told to box. He's got to do it. He's got to have a go. This is craziness in Las Vegas.
This feels like a mess.
15-second lead as well, so he's got time. That will help. 15 second followed by a 6-second lead, followed by an 8-tenth, followed by another 6-second lead. So he won't drop that far down.
Russell is coming into the 14-15 area of the circuit now, so he'll be boxing soon. Let's have a look as Magnussen now goes against Verstappen, who pulls the inside line. Into the pit lane comes Russell as well. Ferrari getting ahead then of Colapinto. Leclerc can't get through. It's all a mess. We've got faster cars and slower cars mixed up for racing position. Hamilton takes the lead in the Las Vegas Grand Prix. JT.
Yep, Russell in towards the pits, out of the pit lane, now onto the track. And where will he drop down to? He's currently in second, so...
Only that. That's worked out brilliantly.
Wow.
That's, you lost 21 seconds in a pit stop here as well. Hamilton has 3 seconds to Russell, but crucially, he's got 25 seconds to Verstappen. If Hamilton boxes now, he'll only drop down to 5th place. He'll be ahead of Verstappen as we now see the Ferrari of Sainz dealing with Bottas. And now here comes Lando Norris, the party, dealing with Franco Colapinto. Up into 10th position. Replay for the pit stop. Oh, and this was Stroll. They didn't have the tyres ready. That's why Stroll's 10 seconds and last. They didn't have the tyres ready. And, well, to be fair, that's only going to benefit from Lance Stroll today. As at the inside there, we see Norris passing Bottas.
Oh, that's clever from Lando there. Due to the fact that I've just noticed something, he's only passing each of the drivers.
Oh, and Stroll came out alongside one of the Alpines. Right there. Oh, hang on a minute. No, that wasn't Stroll. That was one of the RBs. And I believe it's Lawson. And he clipped out the exit bollard as well. Surprised no damage to the front wing there.
Norris is only passing people when Leclerc passes people, given he's seeing where he can get the best line from.
Magnussen's dropping, Hülkenberg's up as well, Perez up to 3rd, and Magnussen's going to be dropped again. The 2 Ferraris go through, so that's Sainz up to 6th, Leclerc to 7th, Magnussen down to 8th, Lewis Hamilton comes into the pit lane. Is he going to come out ahead of Verstappen as well? Russell retakes the lead, hard tyres go on, super good job there, 2.7 seconds, Perez 2nd, Hülkenberg 3rd, Hamilton's in the pit lane, Verstappen's going to breeze by him now. So, yeah, hasn't worked out the way I thought it would.
See what I mean about how Lando doesn't make a move on people until Leclerc does, and he hasn't made a single move on Leclerc when he's so close, because he's using him as a guide to Verstappen.
Looks like it at the moment, doesn't it, as well? It's just continuing getting in more and more interesting as they come down into 5 and 6. Our driver track is all over the place, doesn't know what's going on. It can barely keep up with the action out here. And here's Norris looking to the inside of Magnussen at the section and goes through. Nicely done, up to 7th.
And
close.
see what I mean? Norris has got to keep in the eye line. And it's... Hamilton.
How many places have I just lost?
I think it's done well for you, Lewis.
Yeah.
What he doesn't realise, he's coming out.
Yeah, so why did that happen?
You don't know you don't want to know, Lewis. You don't want to know.
He should have come out 5th. So where's the computer put him? 9th. He's lost 4 places. Now he's going to deal with Magnussen with these. Really strange situation going on right now in this Grand Prix. Also, can we turn the heaters off? I'm getting boiling up here.
If you want.
Never said that this weekend before, but it's getting too hot in this commentary box. Colapinto under pressure from Yuki Tsunoda as well to come through on the inside line. Trying to take them together as well.
Visor strip on the track. Visor strip.
You really hate the visor strips, don't you?
Yeah, and the thing is, I know exactly who it's from too.
Hamilton radio again.
We would have dropped another 5 places if we'd hung it out any longer.
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse, isn't it, really, this one?
It is. Norris is fastest lap.
Yep. And Hamilton passes on the inside line. Yeah, so Hamilton's got ahead. Oh, hang on a minute. Where is it? Yeah, Hamilton's passed Magnussen. What's happening with the timing? Oh, Hulkenberg boxing. Is it me, or is the timing delta like massively behind? It's really struggling. Anyone else noticing it's really struggling today?
Oh, it'll be the connection from Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, it is halfway across the world.
JT, how's yours doing? Your timing stuff, your multi-viewer. Mine's really struggling today.
My multi-viewer has just put Hulkenberg out of pit lane.
Yeah, okay, so the timing delta's having a little bit of a lag in this one, probably trying to process all the data. So apologies for that. At least we've got the live camera, Megan.
Pierre Gasly.
Low power.
Oh.
Engine issue.
Everything's looking okay for us. We hit the limiter.
Wait, I have no power!
Right.
So Gasly's screaming, I've got no power, I've got no power!
People really were jinxing him when saying that he had no damage repairs.
Yeah, looks like the way. He's down to 16th now. Piastri Alonso's dropped him. So this could be, if it goes off the circuit, safety car could come through, Megan. Oh, hang on, it's blown up! It's blown up! Oil on the circuit! Gasly's engine's blown up! Coming out the last corner! He'll get into the pit lane, but is the oil the fastest part of the track?
Doesn't matter, Ferrari of Leclerc is already suffering from something as well. So we've got another one out there.
Yeah, Leclerc's got problems as well. Gasly into the pit lane. It's blown up. He's out of the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Perfect timing for his to full power.
You've got to feel.
Yeah, it blew up on him down the back straight. And here we go. And someone else is blowing up there. There's blue smoke again down in the castle section.
Well,
sphere section.
I thought it was Leclerc who was having issues because he has been having issues.
Oh, and at the inside, Bottas v Piastri. Piastri's up to 10th. And now Tsunoda's trying to go around the outside of Magnussen. Coming down into the braking zone for turn 12. Yeah, we're at turn 12. Driver track hasn't put us at turn 12. All the information's about 20 seconds behind for some reason. Vegas is having a mental race tonight. And here comes Sainz on the inside of Perez for 3rd. And he's through. Perez on the hard tyre, hasn't stopped yet, not working out. Hamilton to the inside, passes Norris.
Really, Lewis?
And here comes Tsunoda. Inside line of Magnussen. Gets through. And it's all going crazy now. Colapinto passing Bottas. Alonso passes Albon. Sainz up to 3rd. It's all going nuts here.
I want to know. Oh, pits.
Okay, I can't tell you who it is. The timing screen's not working.
Well, I'm
Colapinto.
I'm pretty sure it's Ocon.
No, Colapinto boxing.
It was definitely
Oh, no.
Williams, Megan.
Oh, then it was Albon.
And here that's Leclerc trying to pass Perez on the outside to 5. Wow, we're having to fly by the seat of our pants here tonight. This is unbelievable. Leclerc trying to go around the outside, coming through the section. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. The old switcheroo. And he's through. Leclerc gets ahead of Perez, and now here comes Hamilton on the back of him as well.
Colapinto in pits.
So, Hamilton and Norris coming through. Hulkenberg's dropped down to 14th. He's lost 4 places on that lap alone.
Yours is ahead of mine.
It's a crazy situation right now in this Grand Prix.
No, you don't have to.
Well, I need to, because this is the one I look at as well. If anybody knows what's happening, postcard, please.
It worked yesterday when you had 1,000.
No, it's just, there we go. Right, there we go. Verstappen second. So, 9 seconds. I believe that might have stabilised now. And look at Hamilton round the outside of Perez. Hamilton makes it through, and Norris in there too with Perez and Hamilton down towards turn 16. Hamilton up to 5th, Norris 6th, Perez down to 7th place now. The timing screen's gone nuts. What a strange Grand Prix this is turning out to be.
Right.
Here comes Perez down into pit lane.
So they'll change over to try and get through. I have no idea what's happening out here at the moment. We're trying to get resynced up. JT.
Comes to a stop. Softs off, and it is mediums on for sorry, hards off.
Someone else
They
in
look
too.
red.
There's a Haas in too, JT. It's Magnussen and Bottas in there too.
Yep, and here is Verstappen on Perez
This is
down
how
the
he,
inside.
I was wondering how he got up to second. It was just a let through.
Did you see that?
And
Yeah.
the very funny thing is that Pierre Gasly, no power. Engineer, it's all fine to me. They look up at the screen. Oh, smoke! Hi.
No. Yeah. Oh, look at that! It's totally blown up. We've just seen Gasly's in the pit lane. It's shredded itself.
Did you see that on Max's rear wing?
What?
It's like something flapped. And it wasn't it suddenly smashing down.
Well, they've taken so much off that rear wing. I wouldn't be surprised if it'll buckle under its own pressure at this point. Hamilton's on the back of Leclerc as he looks on the inside line. Can't get through down into turn 14 and 15. Timing screen has now jumped back into place. Let's have colour signs.
3 seconds behind. As soon as possible. If it's going to be plastic, because it changes of the... Copy. Give us 2 laps and we come back to
we
you.
haven't changed. We haven't heard.
Yes.
Is Plan C Plan Charles?
Must be a 2-stopper for hard tyres. What do you think, JT? That was an option to put it on 2 tyres.
Yeah, definitely an option there.
Our
They're
timing...
hoping for a safety car, I think.
Yeah. I'm delighted to tell you that our timing screen is back operational. Thank God for that. It's glitching every now and then. I would blame Vegas. Do you remember last year we had problems in Vegas?
Yes.
We had to use Multi-Furious Driver Tracker. So, yeah. It's a Saturday night race here in Vegas.
I'm afraid I've hit the threshold. What threshold? Science.
Albon on the inside, getting ahead of Alonso for 9th place down at turn 14. Hamilton apparently has gone straight on somewhere. Oh, straight into the back of Leclerc now and he's dropped a little behind Norris. Okay. I was wondering what that was for a second.
Radio is poor for Liam Lawson apparently, so we're not the only one having problems.
Probably took off the aerial when he took off the bollard at the exit, pit exit.
Yeah.
So, what a crazy opening. 19 laps. 32 to go in Las Vegas. Once again, this circuit, I think, proving it deserves to be on the Formula 1 calendar. It's absolutely amazing.
It is.
It's also Formula 1's 50th night race, as Hulkenberg, with the gyro cam, passes Alonso on the strip. He's through into 10th place. Yes, it's Formula 1's 50th night race in Formula 1.
What was that?
Just the downgrade to the engine now.
No, it sounded like Siri, but it wasn't Siri.
I've hit my phone. Oh. Sweet. So, under attack then. I look like, Adam says I look like a blackjack dealer. Well, we'll be on lap 21 soon. So, hit me. So, all the action coming through. This is definitely the one in Vegas. The race now just starting to settle down a little bit. Which is usually when everything goes nuts.
Well, it's looking currently like Max is champion.
He would be. P2. With that would mean Norris would need... if Max is P2, Norris would need to be P3 and fastest lap. Right now he's P6 and doesn't have the fastest lap. Hamilton does. So at the moment, Max is on course for a 4-time World Championship to join Sebastian Vettel and Alain Prost. Of course, Hamilton, Schumacher, Fangio have also been in the 4 times champion club before.
Seb.
Yeah, I've mentioned Seb. But it's a very exclusive list that Max could join. Undoubtedly, if we say that Alain Prost and Sebastian Vettel are one of the greats, if we say even Ayrton Senna is one of the greatest drivers of all time, he only had 3 World Championships. Max Verstappen has already matched that. And if you were with us in the pre-show, you'd hear what Martin Brundle had to say. Might be too early to say he's the greatest of all time, but he's certainly up there as a champion. He's 72 points ahead as things stand, with a total of 58 on offer. So it would be Verstappen, crowned champion, as things currently stand. And then we get 2 races in the desert for a little bit of fun. Not the Constructors' Championship is going all the way down to Abu Dhabi. And that is going to be key. So yeah, drivers may be over, but the battle for the Constructors is not. And we're going to be in for some thrilling Grand Prix.
Because everything could still change in this race. For all we know, they both might crash out.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
We could get like 6 drivers at once crashing out, for all we know. I mean, they're not near each other right now, but it could happen.
Carlos, ready?
Still the preferred for now is plan A for now. Plan A, less graining kicking.
Okay.
So, not plan C?
No, plan A staying.
Right, okay.
What a fantastic view the fans are getting here tonight. People question Las Vegas. I question Las Vegas. We were questioning it all the way up until the race last year.
You'll never guess who's here. Katie Shakoff. Bo-Katan.
Oh, Martin's still on the grid.
I know. It's her first F1 race.
Is she in Gladiators by chance?
No, she and her husband just won. They're big fans of F1 and they just wanted to see the weekend.
Perfect one to come to here.
And they were going to like a charity thing, I think. So they thought perfect time.
There's a charity do on here in Vegas. A big one. Let's take a look. You can see on the monitor Russell going by, and around about 10 seconds later Verstappen will go by. Look, there they go, look. On the CCTV camera. Have you looked down there yet?
Occasionally.
I do. I keep seeing the cars fly by through. Hopefully you're all enjoying the fact that we have a CCTV camera trackside for you here this weekend. Thanks to Nevada Dot as well. Also find out that you can look at any security camera in the UK as well on the website.
Really?
Yeah, I've already tried looking where we are as well. You can see a couple. I was looking down at Aldi earlier. It was quite funny.
It's like, Aldi, shopping.
Yeah. Does mean one thing. We can track wherever they go.
True! Yeah, what is it like that?
Yeah, I know. So, Hamilton on the back.
Are they still at Aldi? Yes, they're still at Aldi.
Hamilton can't get ahead of Leclerc this time, down into the chicane. Hulkenberg's right there too. He's having a go. Here's here for Norris Radio.
In front right, looks like he's about to go any lap.
Just about to.
Hasn't he just stopped? According to my screen, Norris is on one. Oh, hang on a minute.
What are you doing to him?
Norris has been on those tyres since lap 10. So 13 lap old tyres. Yeah. But he's only saying 1 on our monitor. Honestly, the data today, it's not our fault. I'm so glad we've got the webcam. The data from there's a bollard that's just been sucked up. It got kicked up by Sainz. It's just been sucked up by Leclerc. Hamilton radio.
He's down the fastest straight.
Lewis Hamilton complimenting his team of next year to say they're fast in the straights as well.
But
Gives
you're
him-
faster, Lewis.
Yeah, through on the webcam, then just went Sainz and Leclerc and Norris and Hamilton too, on board with Lando Norris.
Stop pushing the tyres and focus on getting Hamilton.
It's going to be an interesting race, this one, isn't it? It's not over yet. I reckon we're going to see a two-stopper, you know.
Yeah, maybe 3 if you're pushing it that hard.
Have they got enough tyres for that as well? That's the question.
We may have to go into used. I kind of want the championship to end here now because...
It's so good. It's a
that,
good race.
and because then Katie Chakov on her first Grand Prix seeing it would also get a championship.
Also Adam's birthday, of course, so that'd be a nice birthday present to him as well.
Yeah.
I see a Trump hotel in the background. Yes, unfortunately that is so. Danica Patrick is staying there. I'm not even kidding. I am not kidding.
Typical.
Over the line.
We're leaving box because I need to get something under control. Okay.
We're leaving box because I need to get Grady under control. He says Grady though, so Paula Grady. Down we go again. Albon's passed. Hang on, Zhou passed Alonso. He has. Zhou Guan Yu has just made an overtake.
He is so close to the points.
He's equaling his best result so far this season of 11th back in Bahrain.
Why is he waiting until now to get...
I don't know why he's waiting until now, but it could be the chance that Zhou might just nick a point. If he does, he might earn his place into a seat in Formula 1 next year. I'm sure JT will be having a look at the P22 championship between Sargent and Bottas. Bottas currently last overall. Go on.
I'm actually not sure.
Oh, I thought, well, take us throughout the, you know, inform us if that changes.
Do you want to know what I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay, I was just scrolling through Twitter and Facebook and having a look at all of the F1 stuff. And then this randomly popped up. A retail park in Hull. The holy trinity of the range, B&M and home bargain side by side.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, we've been there. Yeah. It's so good. You get so much stuff. Here's
Anyway,
Perez.
P22 championship. Let me find it.
Would have been surprised if McLaren team was there. Good job too, considering he's invited to Miami by Brown. Yeah, it might be. Here comes Checo. Definitely not staying at the Trump Hotel. To the inside line, gets Heather Lawson. Now remember, these two have had beef. A little bit of a finger was involved. Perez gets Heather Lawson this time.
Lawson seems to have beef with anyone over 31.
Get out of the way, I'm Liam Lawson. Yeah, just, you know. Oh, who's out into the pit lane?
Alonso. How many?
Yeah. Well, that is now a second stop for him today? So 2-stopper is going to be likely.
I mean, Ocon has already done 2 stops too.
Track temperature 17.1, air temperature 17.5, wind 12.6 kilometres blowing in from the southwest.
George Russell.
Oh, that's great advertising, by the way. Strip club. Right, that's brilliant. Come on, Mohammed Ben Sulayem.
Child friendly.
Yeah, you don't want swearing in Formula 1, but you're happy for girls to get advertised down at turn 13. Fantastic.
Yeah. There are children watching this. And if someone out there says, oh, it's early in the morning, no children are going to be watching this. Do you know how early children like to wake up?
I'd just like to point out as well, the drivers complained in Monaco a couple of years ago because there was a perfume advert down at the Lowe's hairpin into Portier, and they all got distracted by looking at her, and they asked for it to get taken down. Here's Albon.
Alex got a terminal problem here. We need to retire the
Oh,
car.
Albon's out. Albon has a terminal problem. He is out of the Grand Prix. He joins Pierre Gasly. Williams' crash damage season goes from bad to worse. So he's running in 10th position, and into the pit lane comes Piastri. Zhou Guan Yu is into the points-paying positions here in Vegas as we are past half distance. 25 down, 25 to go. Piastri pits for the second time, JT.
Yep, and into a stop, normal pit stop, no time penalty serve, good stop onto new hards for Oscar Piastri, 2.4, it seemed quicker than that to me, but I can confirm that Sargent is still in the fight for the P22 championship, as Bottas has to finish P11 or higher.
Not going to do that at the moment, is
I can confirm Sargent will stay in the fight if the Sauber continues to be a dustbin, and it is currently being a dustbin.
Battle for third now, joined Sainz, Leclerc and Hamilton involved. Albon's in the pit lane, here's Sainz.
Get off these tires.
Okay. So get off the tyres there.
I tell you what, I think Zhou, if he's really clever about this, can just confuse all the drivers into letting him through, and then end up winning.
Yeah, Leclerc's looking on the inside line.
Because they'll all have to do a double take thinking, Wait, a Sauber?
To go back to what I was saying, yeah, the drivers all got distracted by her face. That was just her face the drivers got distracted by. How are they going to be driving into a braking zone with girls in bikinis?
More than one as well.
Yeah, nearly naked.
Verstappen, box.
Well, he's missed it. He's gone through. So that must be this lap time by.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would not like to have... it's just weird.
Personally, I get distracted by burgers being on a screen.
Yeah.
I'd just be thinking,
Me too.
ooh, food.
Flash some chicken up there. I'll be right.
Also, how is that not a distraction?
What, the Las Vegas Sphere?
Yeah, I mean, it's following them all.
This Grand Prix is more distraction oriented than Monaco.
Yeah.
Monaco, you've got to be so focused. Here in Vegas, it's just don't look at the pretty lights.
At Monaco, it's don't look at where your house is.
Yeah, box me, guys, please. Sainz is saying, and he's not doing so. He's holding up. He's now is he? He's 3 seconds back to Verstappen now. And Alonso and Colin Pinto's in the pit lane. Currently, all of Sauber are betting. So the kick really gives a thing, and stake, of course.
Is the Sphere predicting who is out?
Probably, yeah.
Because it was staring at Gasly all weekend.
It was. Swap positions! They're not boxing! Leclerc's going to go through, but Hamilton's right there as well! Have Ferrari sacrificed it? Hamilton's going to go through! Sainz turns in! Hamilton has to lift off! That's bad from Ferrari. They should have boxed Carlos.
So let me get this straight. Please box me. Okay, do you want to swap positions with Leclerc?
And Hamilton in 2. Now, Sainz can. Hamilton's hang on a minute. No! Oh my word! Carlos Sainz enters the pit lane and gets told to stay out and exits the pit lane line. Max Verstappen comes in, as does Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton puts on hard. How did that happen? Coming through.
Isn't that illegal?
Slow stop for Verstappen, 3.4 seconds.
I don't blame him, he's just been double-crossed.
I think Carlos Sainz is told to stay out because they realised Verstappen was in the pit lane. We didn't even realise Verstappen was in the pit lane until the last second.
It's like he crept in there.
Yeah, came out of nowhere. So Verstappen's boxed to a new set of hard tyres. Sainz crossed the exit of the pit lane. So, JT, is that a penalty? If you commit to the pit lane line, can you duck back out? Raikkonen did it and didn't get a penalty, but I don't know if that's... And so did Hamilton. Is it legal?
We'll have to see, won't we?
What was that Hamilton decision back in 2018-19 in Germany, where he crossed the exit of the pit lane?
Oh!
Is that a time penalty? And Verstappen cut the corner at the Sphere, Megan.
I know why Carlos didn't pit. Obviously, he gets a view from the pit lane there. They weren't out. I've just seen a radio transcript from him say, "Come on, guys, wake up."
He wasn't there. Oh, they weren't there.
So he had no choice but to go back out.
Ferrari are the third in the pit lane, and you, as you say, you would have seen them. So
he had to quickly duck out.
Let's have a look. So he's in the pit lane now. He's in the pit lane, and he goes straight on. Did he miss it? I can't tell. It looked like he just went straight on.
See? They weren't even out.
Yeah, you're right. Ferrari weren't even in. And now they're in now. Sainz box is now from third. Here's the radio.
What happened? We're not ready. Wake up, guys. Come on.
Good spot, Megan. Great spot. So he got told on the radio they weren't ready, so he had to abandon the pit stop. So Ferrari have mucked up their strategy for Carlos Sainz. Same old Ferrari. Wake up. Ferrari have thrown this Grand Prix away.
I mean, he told them 3 times.
He did. Box me. Box me. Box me.
And then they decided, you know what, we'll swap you in positions. It's like, no, that's not what he wanted. You would have got your result if you had just listened to him.
Sonoda's going to have a go now on Sainz's. Sainz's tyres up to temperature. What they've put him on? Hard tyres, brand new.
Yeah.
Well, this race is ludicrous right now.
Lewis is just, he is not stopped.
Oh, this is interesting. Lando Norris up to third, Verstappen fourth. Now, that means Verstappen needs the fastest lap. As things stand, he's not world champion. If Norris is P3, Max needs P4 and fastest lap. If not, yeah, he's not champion. He's not champion as things stand. So Max losing out on the title here.
Lewis
if Norris stays where he is.
Lewis is kind of hogging the fastest lap as well, so. Literally, he's had it consecutively for like 10 laps now.
I'm having to really concentrate this Grand Prix. I think this is the hardest one of the season to try and keep an eye on, isn't it? This is worse than Silverstone.
And not just because of the light.
Silverstone went absolutely nuts, by the way. That was easy to follow because everyone was flying off the road. Here, forget chess. This is war.
And Lawson's tyres are gone.
Right, okay. I need to stand still for a minute, otherwise my head's going to go. I'm starting to get a bit wobbly. Right, now, fastest lap goes, is that to Hamilton? Yeah, 136.651.
He has not stopped getting fastest lap for 10 laps now.
Time and time again, an improvement and a bigger improvement. 21 to go, Sonoda boxes, JT. Whew.
Yep, Sonoda pits, and the only one to pit, I believe, that time round. He will be going on to, I believe, the card.
Yeah.
We'll wait to see if that gets updated. That's what it's at the moment as.
Tell you what, Verstappen's losing time here. Hamilton's gaining on him massively since the pit stops. Verstappen might even not be world champion if Hamilton gets through.
Okay, two things causing a collision, Lawson and Ocon, have been noted. Though also, RB, can you please actually pay attention to your drivers? Because you just pitted Yuki when it was Lawson who was saying, my tyres are gone.
Yeah.
And what is the pit strategy this weekend? Mess up until literally there's no hope?
They are literally rolling a dice in order to try and work this one. I put the pen on for you. To try and work this out. Norris, box. So this will put Verstappen back into championship situations.
But Norris will be faster because he's on newer tyres. Which was not the same last time. He was on older tyres.
What would you put him on, medium or hard?
Hard.
Yeah.
No. 20 laps. No, yeah, hard.
Into the pit lane. Norris boxes. We go now. Verstappen third, Hamilton fourth. So where will Norris dive out? JT.
Norris down into pit lane. Good stop there for the number 4 car. Where is it? It's 2.1.
Whoa.
Second fastest stop of the day.
And now,
over there.
Anyone remember Hungary? Anyone remember any other time these two have come together? Hamilton versus Verstappen. Now battling it out into the sphere section. This is going to get interesting now. Yeah, what could go wrong? At Las Vegas, of all places. A high-speed circuit where if Max goes to fence, they both go flying. Right now, he's champion. If Max fails to finish this race, it goes down to Qatar, no matter what needs to happen.
Oh, and Lando finishes ahead of Perez.
Yeah.
Well, he gets ahead of it.
Now, this is going to be interesting. Norris is P7, which means Max needs P8. Right now, he's P3. So he is champion-elect. Lewis Hamilton with the DRS. Down now, activated. Box for Charles Leclerc. Russell's already so far ahead. Hamilton moves to the inside line. Max almost pushes him into the wall. But Lewis Hamilton moves up into third place. Max Verstappen down to fourth. Max had a little go, but Lewis did not come out. He did not go quite into that good night.
And also, he has just denied Max Verstappen's second place.
So, yeah, is he though? 15 seconds the gap between Leclerc and Hamilton. It's a 2.9 second stop.
Yes.
Yeah, he has, yeah. Lewis again, fastest lap, Megan, 1:36.412. So Verstappen goes to third. But crucially, Leclerc gets out ahead of Sainz. Surprised there's been no investigation for Sainz crossing that pit lane exit line. Ferrari have screwed up here.
Maybe they're feeling generous.
Ferrari has screwed up with a capital S. Oh, and now they're swapping
Speaking of.
positions. Sainz passes Leclerc. Now, was that a team move? Carlos has been told not to overtake. Oh!
Max, just don't lose sight of our aim today here.
Yeah, I'm doing my races.
Max may have an eye on the World Championship, but move over, I'm going to race. Now, do not put him under pressure, Carlos Sainz was told. Charles Leclerc then told, he has been told not to put you under pressure, so just take care of your tyres. And Sainz has blissed past Leclerc. Sainz is angry at Ferrari. Sainz is going after Verstappen.
Well, technically, they weren't clear enough. They said for him not to put him in under any pressure, so getting in front of him kind of helps.
Box. Lewis Hamilton in second place then will take the lead of the Grand Prix. And this has worked out brilliantly.
Will he? It's 32 seconds lead, Josh.
Maybe try in Spanish.
Charles Leclerc has just told the team over on the radio to try telling Carlos Sainz in Spanish not to put him under pressure. Russell boxes. JT, what did you say? Megan was laughing.
It's a 32-second lead, so it's a free pit stop for Russell.
Right.
It's going to write here, line of the year.
It is line of the year. Piastri on the back of Zhou Guanyu. Zhou in 9th, now to 10th. Piastri moves up. And Lawson having a go at Ocon as well. Over 11th place. It's a Mercedes 1-2. And Hamilton now closing down on his teammate George Russell. Perez, box. And that's going to drop Perez outside the points. He's in P8 at the moment. Did he go through?
And
Yes, he
that will
did.
move Zoe back up to 9th.
So no position lost there. I think that was wiggly there from Perez. He's had a slow stop there, JT. He's not even moving.
2.4.
Oh, okay. Philip, hello, Philip. 28-hour drive to Las Vegas from Cleveland. Hello from the North Ohio. Hello, Philip. Hope you're doing all right, my friend. Hope you're enjoying it at close to 11 p.m. on the West Coast. Yeah?
I've noted down.
Line of the year. Maybe try in Spanish. Battery is good, says Perez.
In fairness, they weren't clear.
This is Colapinto. Little kiss there with Valtteri Bottas.
He's just like, I want your seat, but I can't have your seat.
Well, Bottas not going to be racing next year. Neither is Zhou Guanyu. They've both been told that they will not be racing with Sauber next year. Zhou trying to save himself in Formula 1. This might be a worthwhile manoeuvre.
Like, look at me. I can't get him the points. Just like, where's that been 21 races?
Well, got into Q2 for the first time this year, outside of a sprint race, and is looking really, really good. Speaking of really, really good, Liam Lawson. Lawson, by the way, has been confirmed he will be in the seat next year. Hulkenberg picks.
Thank goodness the McLarens are back together. They don't function well apart.
They never did. JT.
Here is Hulkenberg into pit lane.
Oh.
And that was a good stop. A little bit of a slide out of the pit box, but you have to do that because, well, they're very close to the pit exit. New hard tyres, brand new, straight out for Nico Hulkenberg.
Drops Pansonoda, so he's lost 6 places in that pit stop. There's a carbon fibre flying around as well.
Zhou, welcome to 8th place.
He's getting a nosebleed. He hasn't been this high before.
Altitude sickness.
Well, as far as we know. No. What's his highest grid? Hang on a minute. Zhou Guanyu, highest was 8. He has been this high before.
Ah.
7 a.m. Good morning, mate.
Morning.
So yeah, turn 3 is involving cars Lawson and Ocon reviewed. No further action. Don't know why that flashed up again.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to say that.
At 35 and 50.
Fernando Alonso, what's happening in front? We are catching some cars. Well, in 13th. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's not going to be anywhere near it, is he, at the moment?
You're just being overtaken, Fernando. As much as that hurts to know.
Philip says almost 2 a.m. here. Voodoo really says Lawson in the pits. And Michelle says, nice to have an actual race instead of just being cars being boringly driven. Yeah, it is nice to have an actual race, Megan. 16 laps.
No, Max is crying.
Hey,
he says it's not very easy.
Okay.
So he's stressed.
Oh no, Zoe's in the pit, so there goes his 8th place.
Oh well, we could dream.
Apparently the best you can ever do
It was nice while it lasted.
I would have left him out there. I know he's on 24 lap old hards, but still. No safety car.
Medium.
Oh, boy's gonna be fast. Joe is gonna be quick.
He's gone on to hards now.
Was he actually? Okay, never mind.
Bottas is on mediums.
Yeah, I was hopeful there for a second. He's gonna be
They're
absolutely
both next to each other. It's hard to see.
Yeah, I was gonna be hopeful, but oh well. You get what you're given. Hamilton, 32.399, middle sector. Fastest first and second sector for Hamilton. He is closing down the gap to Russell. I don't know which one deserves it. Hamilton, fastest P1, P2. Russell, fastest P3 in qualifying.
No, do I? I kind of feel like Russell does, given the fact that he got back disqualification.
I agree there, and Hamilton benefited.
Yeah.
But, as Ian Birch would say, 15 laps to go, anything can happen. And we'll have a word with Ian Birch after the Las Vegas Grand Prix. We're on here later, so before we hear from our new champion, Max Verstappen. So we will have a long on air.
How long do I have to stay?
Not that long. As we take a look at Tsunoda, to the inside of
How long
Esteban
do I have to
Ocon
stay?
on the inside. And through goes Tsunoda into 8th place. All time JT is stuck, so.
To avoid the stop, racing. What do you mean, Carlos?
Yeah, so if Max does get to the championship today, we're going to have a longer... Oh, and Valtteri
That
Bottas,
is not to an inanimate object, Valtteri.
I do apologise for the swearing. Mohammed Ben Sulayem will be issuing Valtteri Bottas with a community service.
Who is he saying that to?
Don't know. But yeah, so if Verstappen does clinch the championship, we'll have a word with Ian Birch post-race.
I think he was saying it.
He'll be back with us in Vegas. He'll be back with us in Abu Dhabi anyway.
I think he was saying it to Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
Just past him.
Oh, hello, look at this. Hulkenberg vs Lawson, and Lawson dives to the inside, just lets him through around the outside. It's turn 5. Hulkenberg's up to 10th. You have to go on Discord on your phone, Megan, and bring him in for Dad to have a conversation.
Wait, what?
It's a phone call. So
I don't get what's happening because I was not told of this at all.
When you go in eventually, and if Dad's there, go on Discord on your phone.
He's not gonna be there.
He will be. Or just
No, he's
Oh,
never
never
down
mind.
until 9.
Well, we're on air late anyway, so let's just see what happens.
It won't last.
We will hear from him, even if we have to dial up. Hello, it's Chris Tatton here from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Max Verstappen has chosen you to be his final friend. Fast slap then.
He wants to be a world champion.
Charles Leclerc, 136.285. Now, Ocon under pressure from Hulkenberg down the Las Vegas Strip. He's on the inside line. Alonso and Lawson also doing battle. Hulkenberg gets ahead of Ocon. Lawson v Alonso once more. And this time, Alonso serves Lawson nicely.
At least this time he gets ahead of him.
Yeah, fingers getting ready. 8.5 the gap between Russell and Hamilton now. Verstappen just settling for 3rd place, which is all he needs to do to be a 4-time world champion. Under the lights here in Vegas. I hope it does happen tonight, for the one very good reason. I'm in a suit. It's nice to crown a championship in a tux.
I do hope it happens tonight, because then it won't be too bad, me missing Qatar. What?
Hands up on you, who's going to miss Qatar?
Look at the Hamilton-Russell track dominance.
It is looking massive, isn't it? Although JT will be back with us as well in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
So
I am here most of the weekend in Qatar. Like, all of it, except
the
actual
main
race.
Don't worry, I presume Lizzie will be joining us at some point. Nice. Verstappen at the moment is 69
Can they
points
stay
ahead.
in these positions?
Oh, for God's sake, Megan. The gap is currently 69 points, and you say, can they stay in these positions? Jesus Christ.
It'll be funny. They get a laugh out of it.
Pre-watershed. Or post-watershed. I can't work out where we are anymore.
We're before 9 o'clock.
Alright, so we're fine.
Yeah, and in America, it's post 9 o'clock.
We're fine.
Yeah.
Right, here we go again then. Alonso on Ocon, former teammates side by side, and Alonso whips Ocon into 10th. Oh, hello. Perez 3 wide. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be contact if they're not careful. And it is contact.
How?
Brilliant move from Perez. moving the inside line. Lawson getting squeezed by Magnussen. Lawson found himself between the two people you never want to find yourself between. Perez and Magnussen, the crash magnets. Wow, great move from Perez.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the watershed in the UK ends at 5:30 a.m.
Why 5:30?
I don't know.
What child's awake at 5:30? 7 o'clock? Yeah. But 5:30?
They're watching the Grand Prix. Here's Perez. Watch this again then, Megan. Supreme dive bombing skill. Lawson got mugged there. That's akin to Hakkinen and Schumacher with Zonta. Fabulous move. That's the move of the season right there. Last time they were all side by side, Magnussen and Perez, with Ocon in the middle. That was a Qatar last year. And it crowned Max Verstappen a world champion.
That's 3 people from 3 different continents passing each other.
What is it with Max Verstappen winning championships in weird orders? 2021 Abu Dhabi scandal. 2022 the confusion in Japan. 2023 he won it on a Saturday in a sprint race. 2024 he wins it on a Saturday Grand Prix. Can he win a title normally? He never can. Each one of Max's championships have been unique.
Maybe he wants to like make that something.
Yeah.
Really
so,
bizarre.
UK watershed is 9 p.m. to 5:30.
Oh,
but
no.
here's a fact for you which you may not or may know. If it's a premium or pay-per-view service, the watershed is at 8 p.m, not 9 p.m.
Ah, maybe that's why BBC are airing Gavin and Stacey at 8:30.
Yeah. I did not know that fact. Intriguing.
But, yeah, so we'll
Simpsons.
see.
Oh, Lawson boxes. Yeah, but the Simpsons can get away with Homer Simpson saying
everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what a race. Passing the Miracle. Caesar's Palace. Don't worry, Megan. By the time you leave the commentary box, the race will be over by now because I've got to do the...
I think you should, yeah.
Yes, because Lando's P6.
Yeah. I'd say keeping the Ferraris behind would be a wise decision given it's a race, Max.
Max doesn't care about the race. Max cares about the championship. Gap 7.2 seconds now between Russell and Hamilton. 11 laps to go. Hamilton at 1:35.880. Again, supremely improving. He's been told George is at 36.3. He's just on 36.2 right now. Hulkenberg gets ahead of Tsunoda. Meantime, Perez wants to have a go at Ocon. There's Hulkenberg, and Tsunoda's fighting back on the inside line. Tsunoda has got back ahead of Hulkenberg. Perez now as well.
Driver strip, Perez.
Gets ahead.
You have a pocket!
3 wide is video. Yeah, 3 wide. Jess, hello Jess. I won't be surprised if Lewis ends up winning this race. His pace today has been exceptional. It really has. And Perez keeps his seat, says Logan. He's still outside the points and we're still out in Q2. Maybe move of the season, but he's definitely not going to keep his seat.
She's not going to keep driver strips on the track.
Lance Stroll, lap time deleted for turn limit, track limits at turn 8, lap 39.
What did Hamilton have for breakfast?
It's 11 o'clock at night. What did he have for dinner?
Oh, dinner, yeah. True.
Reverse timetable, remember?
I don't know what day or time it is. It feels like 5:30 on a Saturday.
It was 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
We are fighting. Well.
So Ferrari are going to go hell to leather. Verstappen's in there too. Oh, wouldn't it be grand if the 2 Ferraris took out Verstappen? Should I keep them behind? Yes, but they're going to go over the top of you.
I mean, that's something that science has done to the Red Bulls recently.
Yeah. Hulkenberg's having a battle with Tsunoda down the strip as well.
Charles, no, we are not fighting.
Oh, so he's asked if they are. And look at that, Tsunoda and Hulkenberg side by side, down into turn 14. Tsunoda stays ahead of Hülkenberg.
I think punctuation are important in these transcripts.
Carlos Sainz trying to go around the outside of Max Verstappen, coming into the sphere section as well. Verstappen now losing so much pace. Sainz is going to breeze past him, surely with absolute ease. This is not going to be an easy fight for Max Verstappen to try and defend. Is he backed off there? He's off to 6/10.
I have no idea what's happening.
Welcome to Formula One.
Leclerc's stolen the fastest lap though.
1:35.674, so that's the bonus point gone. Hülkenberg in tow with Tsunoda down to turn 5. He's not going to make a move at T-Mobile. Tsunoda goes very wide again. Down the strip we come though. 4, 3, 4 and 5. Verstappen, Sainz and Leclerc. Sainz has said DRS. Can he get a move on Verstappen? Reeling him in. He dives to the inside line. Very late on the brakes. Verstappen's going to try and hold it. Doesn't bother fighting. Carlos Sainz moves up to 3rd, and here comes Charles Leclerc.
Leclerc's caught a Dutchman.
This will be easy. Max needs to defend, otherwise he's going to be a bit vulnerable here. And he's letting through. Almost looks like he was letting him through in turn 1. Leclerc's trying to go around the outside.
Maximum radio.
Max, yeah, 0.5. He's not happy. He was surprised how fast the Ferraris have caught up. Leclerc has the DRS. Sainz is going to be holding Verstappen up as well. Into turn 5. And Hülkenberg and Tsunoda still doing battle with each other. Through the section we go. There's the top 3 cars you just saw.
I'm going to imagine that Carlos is singing "I'm going to get you little fishy" in his head, because that'll make it a lot more funny.
Logan's right. I think Max should pit soon. If he finishes P6 and I was P5, Max wins the title. And they can't afford a safety car. Max's tyres are dead.
That's not good for the championship for him.
Leclerc's almost backed off in this section as well. He can't get the speed up. What's the gap at the moment? 4:05. 66 points the gap. Route 66 here.
Lando needs to gain a lot of time and Max needs to lose a lot of time in order for Lando to even catch it.
9 to go. Hamilton, fastest lap of the race
66, order 66.
I was going to Route 66, whatever fudge, but 1:35.480. Hamilton now is gaining a second a lap on Russell. The gap 5.4. We've got a showdown here in Vegas.
Helsa, this kind of reminds me of Carousel.
It's Sin City. What is going to happen? Can Russell hold on? Either way, it's a British 1-2. From our point of view, it's very good as a British broadcaster. But speaking to the internationals, we're looking forward to this battle with the Ferraris and the Red Bull. What a great little Grand Prix this has turned out to be in Las Vegas. 2 years running.
I think we all know the champion.
Max.
So it's just a matter of who's going to try and beat up who.
Well, let's have a look again. Max is closing in on Sainz. The gap 6/10. Verstappen and Leclerc, the gap 8/10 of a second. So it is moving between them in the interval.
The fact that they're not fighting for the driver championship, they're fighting for constructors right now.
Yeah, because McLaren on 607, Ferrari 582, Red Bull 556. That's why Perez is going to be fired. They've lost the constructors championship because Perez is so incompetent. So it's between McLaren and Ferrari, really, isn't it, in the constructors? And I think it's going to go McLaren's way. Although Ferrari will gain points here today. They'll gain 13 in the constructors over McLaren, who are 6th and 7th. McLaren going into Qatar, where they were dominant last year, and then to Abu Dhabi, which is going to be an all shootout for the constructors championship.
Do you know what I love? The fact that Lewis's number is the 44, is the same amount as what a perfect race would be for a team. A 1-2 with a fastest lap.
Yeah, 44 maximum points. Just to inform you as well, Valtteri Bottas has now been lapped.
Okay, shall I just write him in now?
As goodbye. Probably would be a goodbye, wouldn't it?
Okay, so
over the line we go. 7 left.
Lando has the fastest Sector 1, but Sector 3 belongs to Leclerc. I don't know what's happening.
It's all over the place today. Driver of the day. Go on, Justin.
Just having a look at that rear wing of the Red Bull, you can tell that they did that by hand, my word.
They did, yeah. Little dentistry, wasn't it?
And here we see Red Bull's little art project. It's our version of a hand turkey.
They were taking the cast off. That is literally what they used though. They used the cast off.
They've taken this to Adrian Newey and say, did we do good?
I always get nervous when Austrians trying to do artwork. Thank you.
Ooh! I want to watch that show.
What was it? I didn't see. I was
Dexter.
Thinking, right, yeah.
It's the second spin-off.
As opposed to Dexter's original?
Dexter's... Okay, there's Dexter Original Sin, and then there's this Dexter.
Another Dexter?
Yeah. Three ones.
So is it the original Dexter just continued, or is it a spin-off?
Yeah,
Right.
it's all just continued.
Oh, so they fixed the terrible ending to Dexter.
I think.
Thank God for that.
Actually, kind of no. I don't like the ending of the
George
second
Russell's
spin-off.
in a car there.
Are we watching Dexter?
Norris isn't getting fast lap tonight without a stop. They can't afford to pit Max, no. 5 seconds now, the gap between Hamilton. 4 seconds now, the gap between Russell and Hamilton. It's closing. 4.982. Russell now starting to respond to Hamilton. But still, Lewis was 0.3 a second faster that last time alone. I think he's running out of laps, though. Valiant drive from both Russell and Hamilton. As I said, Russell has led every single lap of this Grand Prix and has been dominant since Saturday. Friday belonged to Lewis. Saturday belonged to George. Well, actually, I'm going to take that back. Thursday belonged to Hamilton. Friday belonged to George. Saturday could also belong to him. I forget, it's Saturday night here. It's a Saturday race.
I mean, there's still an hour left of the day for them.
Yeah.
For them, it is 11:17 at night.
Party time coming up in Vegas. 6 to go. Russell leads. Leclerc has passed Sainz. What? What's happened here? My timing screen showing Leclerc ahead of Verstappen. Has he got through? What's going on? Look, the timing screen glitched.
What's happening?
I think it's glitched.
Oh, it's gone really ahead.
Yeah, because it showed Leclerc ahead of the two of them.
It's just predicting.
Russell radio.
George, just keep picking up the pace here.
He's in first. What else you want the man to do?
Well, 5 to go, and Hamilton's gaining a second per lap. So yeah, pick up the pace.
That's their problem.
Can't afford to be childish here tonight. George wants another win. Could be his third Grand Prix win, his second of the season. And arguably, he looked into one in Austria. Help me, Scott Jarvis, help me. Fault. Leclerc's got a problem. Yeah, arguably, Russell locked in, but was fantastic in Austria. He was unstoppable in Spa, got disqualified. Here tonight, though, it puts everything back to normal. But something's got a problem there for Leclerc.
Seriously, can someone look at that rear wing of Max's car because it is flapping? It's not meant to do that.
Not looking great, is it? Still something wrong with it as they fly through over the curb.
Max Verstappen. How many laps remaining? 5 remaining, Lewis. Wrong man!
If Sainz had picked 2 laps earlier, he would have been in second place. Huh. There's a fly on our television monitor.
He wants to see the race too.
Not that close, it doesn't. There's Russell. There's Hamilton. And this is Checo.
Maybe already
Ocon pits. And this is Checo up to 10th. He's passed Alonso. So Zhou's up to 14th place. Could have been so much more for Zhou today. And that's very late from Charles Leclerc on the inside line. At turn 14, he gets ahead of Max Verstappen, just like the move he pulled last year on Sergio Perez. And Ferrari give that one a round of applause. Verstappen down to 5th. It'll be a 4th World Championship as it stands. The gap's 64 points. With 52.60 on offer. Logan says Russell is Mr. Saturday. I wonder if George was saving his tyres so he could push for the final few laps, says Jess. I think that's right. This is Leclerc, Megan. Dive bomb manoeuvre again. Came out of nowhere. I would have surprised the hell out of Max, Megan.
Well, Lando has just been told to get his gear because he's just gone a second within half a lap.
Yeah.
Because he is losing time, and I don't think he thought that Max was going to get one position in front of him. So currently he's hoping Max loses time and he gains it like as fast as he can.
Max P5, Norris needed P4. Not going to work out, I'm afraid. So Max is going to be world champion here in Las Vegas. Let's take a look at Lewis Hamilton. He's locked up, he's lost a second, Megan, and it's down at turn 6. Oh, he's run off. I think that's it for Lewis. I think he'll back out of it and let George have it.
Yeah.
He's pushed too hard, and I think he'll have to settle for second.
And fastest lap, I think that's nice.
Jess says Max's title's never in doubt. It's not a question of if, but a question of when. It will happen tonight, I think. I think you're right, Jess. It was a question, and it will happen tonight.
Next year is the goal.
Everyone this year is focused on the Constructors' Championship. Next year, everybody's looking to that Drivers' Championship. It's going to be so, so spicy. The final year of the regulations, everyone's up speed. Drivers have changed over. It's going to be absolutely mega. I'm ready for a fry-up after this. Breakfast time. George Russell will win a third Grand Prix. But this amazing drive all weekend long will be overshadowed by a new world champion who won't even be on the podium. I presume they'll drive him in the limo anyway to have a conversation with him. Our brand new world champion. Norris, box for fastest lap. He's got a free pit stop to Piastri anyway, but I doubt that will mean anything at all. They're going now for Constructors' Championship points. And what's this between Hamilton and Sainz? Nothing at all. Computer's glitching again. Mercedes have been looking great all weekend. The victory was never in doubt for them, says Jess. They've topped every session.
True, they have. If they want fastest lap, they pit Piastri.
Yeah, I agree with you there. A bit pointless to pit Norris and risk anything if Max...
They're idiots. I mean, for all they know, Max could suddenly spin out of control.
Yeah. Well, with 2 to go.
It's happened before.
It has, but it's unlikely now. Even if Max spins, I think he's got enough traction speed to keep ahead of him. JT, what do you made of this Las Vegas Grand Prix as we look at the Lego? Sylvester Stallone will wave the checkered flag.
It's been a good race, and, well, I am once again reminded of how broke I'm going to be once it all comes out in March.
Norris pits, JT, for softs, presumably.
And welcome to McLaren's biggest mistake.
Yep, softs. And who predicted that? Everyone.
Let's see if it is going to be a mistake or not. This is going to be quite tight now. They get out ahead of Piastri, no problem. Here is Russell. The race has quietened down, but it's been an absolutely tremendous race. Worthy to crown a champion on the streets of Vegas. Third time a Vegas champion will be crowned. Nelson Piquet in 81. Keke Rosberg in 82. Now we're going to have a new champion, Megan. 4 times for Max Verstappen. Scarcely believable, isn't it, at one point?
I was only saying to you earlier on that he kind of reminded me of Vettel with having 4.
Well, Prost and Vettel, they have 4. Fangio as well. Schumacher and Hamilton have been here before, but Hamilton and Schumacher on 7, Fangio on 5. Max Verstappen is 6 kilometres away, 3 miles from being joined with Alain Prost and Sebastian Vettel with 4 championships, but it's Mercedes' day in Las Vegas. Russell dominated Friday, dominating Saturday now with a Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton from 10th on the grid, fighting back into 2nd place as well. The atmosphere through the roof. George Russell will win for a 3rd time in Formula 1 and for a 3rd time this year. 2nd win, of course, will count. He got disqualified in Belgium and Spa for tyre irregularities, being below pressure. Nothing wrong with them tonight. An absolutely awesome event from him. Hamilton may have dominated Thursday, but Friday was him. Pole position. He's led every lap. And now, Mr. Saturday is going to win a Saturday Grand Prix for the first time outside of that sprint race into the chicane at 14 and 15. Many people say that George Russell won't handle the pressure of being a team leader, won't step up to take over Lewis Hamilton. He's proved it once again. He's celebrating down the strip into the last corner. The hand's already out. 3 times a Grand Prix winner for George Russell. But now the floodgates open in Las Vegas. It's been a rocky season for him. Sylvester Stallone will wave the checkered flag. But for Max Verstappen, it's welcome to a club of Prost and Vettel. Max Verstappen is the 2024 Formula One World Champion. He is 4 times a champion. He joins the list of the greatest of all times. Prost and Vettel have been here before. The men who've gone on to claim more, Fangio, Schumacher and Hamilton as well. But there is no denying it is Viva Max Verstappen. He is the world champion of 2024, 4 years running, and so many different fashions as well. Undeniably, he has been consistent in a very rocky season. The 3rd fastest car on the grid, hasn't won since Spain. All those lows came up in a high in Interlagos, 5th tonight. But it's his lucky number. Max Verstappen is the world champion.
That was a very good race, and fastest lap does go to Lando Norris. So now it's just the constructors to worry about, and it's I think we all knew it would be Verstappen.
And that is 4 in a row, Max. 4 in a row. Congratulations.
Max Verstappen, you are a 4-time world champion. That is a phenomenal achievement. You can be incredibly proud of yourself as we are. Amazing. Well done.
Oh my God, man, what a season. 4 times. Thank you guys, thank you to everyone. I mean, it was a little bit more difficult than last year, but we pulled through and we gave it all. Thank you so much, guys.
Max Verstappen, JT, 4 times a champion. It's scarcely believable. We've been doing this now for 5 seasons. Go on.
Yeah, absolutely. Am I the only person who thinks that
2 seconds.
GP and Christian Horner sound similar?
Yes.
You do.
Russell.
Vegas! Viva Las Vegas, baby. Viva! Oh, boys and girls! Whoa! Come on! Well done, mate. Superb drive today.
It's a lot.
Russell sounds more excited winning the Grand Prix than he does than Verstappen does winning the title. Down to you, JT.
Yeah, drive of the day, Lewis Hamilton, as they come down side by side. Lewis Hamilton on the inside, George Russell on the outside. Started 10th, finished 2nd. 5th podium of the season for Lewis Hamilton. And a lot, a major part of the vote.
Flag Marshall waving the British flag. Lewis giving him a wave as well. Let's hear from Verstappen again.
I never thought this was possible, but thanks to you guys, it is. So, yeah, thanks again.
And Max Verstappen has been told to go to the grid. So we will have a champion crown. No safety car, as Rudy mentions as well. George Russell wins. Fantastic achievement for him out there.
And Lando did get the fastest lap.
Yeah, 1:34.876 as you point out as well. He's got it. Yellow flag in turn 5. That's for the bus to come onto the circuit. Max into the... Oh, that's Checo into the pit lane. Mercedes in formation to the grid. Carlos Sainz in 3rd place as well. Great day from him. I believe Max is... Yeah, Max has been told to go to the grid, and he is correctly going to the grid to be crowned champion as well. So we will hear from him as well. He'll also go with them all. Russell lines up.
I still think when people are crowned, they should actually have a crown.
George Russell wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton in 2nd. Carlos Sainz in third as well. Max Verstappen is fifth and world champion of 2024. 4 times a champion. Is it bad that I can remember when Schumacher won 4 titles?
No.
Hungary 2001. I remember then also when Vettel did it in 2013.
I remember that.
Bowing before the car in India. Hamilton winning 4 times a championship as well in, where were we then? America.
I remember that too.
Yeah, Cota. 4 times a champion there. I then also remember...
Okay,
yeah,
Max, can you have a year break now? I mean, it's traditional at this point to have a break after having 4.
Yeah, it is actually. I don't think only Michael Schumacher and Juan Manuel Fangio have got their top 4 in a row. No, Fangio got 1, then had a break, then 4 in a row. And I think it's only Schumacher.
Yeah.
2001, 2, 3, 4.
He just didn't stop.
Yeah, Schumacher had 5 in a row. Hamilton, 17, 18, 19, 20, 4 in a row. So yeah, only Schumacher's done 5 in a row.
I think this championship means more than it did last year to him.
It's been it's rocky this year, yeah.
Yeah, because Lando gave him that fight.
Yeah, it's what he wants. It's what he needed. Lewis Hamilton, handshake and congratulates, welcomes him to a 4-time winner. So does George Russell.
And
why is third so far back? Why is first and second at the front and then third and world champion behind? What is this?
They've got to bring the podium on, JT, so they've had to put them on the side.
It still looks weird.
I think next year Lando will be champion though.
Yeah.
I think over break, Max will be like, okay, so this is how I did it 4 times. You do it like this.
I just had to point out, drivers wrapped up, all eyes to constructors. 2 races to go plus a sprint. That's going to be fun. Way up.
There's still 3 championships to decide though. You've got the constructors, you've got the P22 championship, and you've got the destructors.
That's nicely done.
Oh, and another championship, who is the person who's crashed the most in Williams? It's currently Albon leading with 4, and Sargent and Colapinto tied with 4 crashes each.
4 champion. Yeah, Max to me. Max. Alonso congratulates him as well.
Is P here?
P is here. They're all here.
Good.
We'll hear from them soon. Let's hear then. Grand Prix winner is George Russell. Big congrats. He is, arguably, Lewis dominated Thursday, but this has been George's weekend ever since Saturday.
It has.
He was so much faster, so much more consistent. To me, that's proved that Russell can drive and can be a champion. He can comfortably lead Mercedes now. That's been a great weekend from him as the Rolls-Royce Phantom comes in. They're going to have to squeeze though, because Max has to get in as well.
I think P might be Max's good luck charm.
I think so too. There is Max.
I don't think they're all squeezing in one because I saw multiple vehicles there. So
That's
we'll
good.
see.
Of course, the interviews aren't going to be done here. They're going to go to Caesar's Palace. The podium will come on, and then we'll have it later as well. So, yeah, it's all going to get a bit nuts here. Yeah, you're right, JT. There's multiple Rolls-Royce Phantoms coming on now. There is Verstappen. Cheers all round as he is world champion. Jess says, I was surprised there's no safety car. I was surprised there's no safety car. In they get then. Max Verstappen. Okay. Not a bad one. There we go, look. In front of the pavilion and the Cosmopolitan, Max Verstappen is world champion. What better place to do it than in Vegas? I quite like that. That's a good day for Formula One. It's been a great race as well, I reckon. 90 minutes of action on the streets of Vegas, Saturday night drama. Mwah, chef's kiss.
Speaking of chefs, where's Gordon Ramsay?
He was on the grid earlier with Martin. You blanked him then. Martin blanked Ramsay. Max Verstappen sitting in luxury. Go on.
Martin blanked on a lot of people today.
And yet he was complaining that there was nobody around.
I can't remember. Did he blank Katie Shepherd?
No.
Good.
Let's hear from the drivers in the cool-down room. The cool-down
limo.
Car. Yeah.
Well, you could react to pace. I was just managing.
There's no room in there, Lewis. Lewis, go with Max. Please go with Max.
Give him advice.
What car?
I wanted to go with no. Go with Max. No. Oh.
No. Don't leave Max alone.
I would love for Lewis to go with Max. I want to see that conversation. Max will get his own private limo ride then.
Oh, that's clever with the number 4 and an A.
Max 4. Like the top 3 drivers are in the limo. Let's hear from them.
Whatever it was, the stewards were happy with it. And the stewards didn't get to look at it. They weren't even called to look at it.
That's it.
It was like,
But man, you cannot push, yeah? The moment you push, you destroy.
A long way to go, though. A long way to catch up. 10th place, we're so far behind.
but you make pretty good progress at the start, right?
Yeah. Tire just went. And I couldn't shift it to the rear because it was all too low grip. Yeah.
GP's in the car with Max.
Carpool.
Yeah.
It's like the worst episode of the ending of Come Down With Me. All in the taxi.
I feel like it's a late show. Are they going to do karaoke?
I liked Max Verstappen's driving today. For that, I'm going to give him a 7. Oh, there's the 2 dictators of Red Bull, Christian Horner and Dr. Helmut Marko. There's a power crisis going on there. Let's hear back from them again.
From it's a great relationship the two have.
No, it's not, Crofty.
Who's he talking about?
Don't know.
It was a bit uneventful. At some point there was quite a lot of action with you, Charles, me, Max.
And Charles for us.
On that lap 3 when Charles was on the outside of me around this last corner, I couldn't see him at all.
Yeah, it's dead spot, no? And
Yeah.
And did you...
Were you far behind me?
At the end, I think you destroyed a tire and I picked up a couple of seconds, but 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's going to be a long old drive. I've got a bit of a headache after that one. I don't know about you.
So who's in the third one then?
The first one
The
is...
trophy.
The first one, I understand, is, I believe, David Coulthard.
I mean,
That would make
sitting in the
sense.
front. You're almost sitting in the front. So much space.
Max is having a look at the car. Max, that's where the mics are, you idiot. Max has broke the mic.
I feel alien to racing drivers going the wrong way around a
Here is the
racetrack.
button. It's like pulling the door in, but it was push the button. It's no use to this guy.
Max is just doing a road test.
Max, you're having too many intrusive thoughts.
Max broke the microphone and he's just having a road test.
He's literally just like, so this opens the door. Do not open it, Max.
Okay, I'm going to say it. This is the worst part of Las Vegas. The limo drive.
We need elevator music.
Yeah. Oh God, Lewis has pulled the mirror down.
He's doing his
I
face.
put the hard, and then in after 5 laps on hard, I saw green and I said, this is gonna be a long race.
Lewis doing his makeup.
A long race of not pushing. Like I could just...
Where are we going?
I had to stay completely under the...
Yeah, under the limit.
Lewis being concerned, just like,
Oh,
just like help.
Don't worry,
Lewis
Lewis.
Hamilton caught in 4K.
You're not being kidnapped, Lewis. Don't worry.
Transport.
I think it would suit you, Crofty, to be honest.
Definitely my colour.
A Phantom. Oh, they've stopped to the back stretch.
Sausages.
But there was room for a barbecue in the back of that thing.
Right, they've stopped.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
hello, that's the podium.
2/3 of the way down the back straight.
Where are they going?
Yeah,
see
and
it's
there's a gap
Do you know what?
that has been
That's
opened
loose.
up for the drivers to walk through.
Right, so they're going to Caesar's Palace. What a straight. And we're back at Red Bull now. They've had all the t-shirts printed up. There we go. So this is not the podium, I don't believe. This is the interview section. David Coulthard, I believe, is standing by to have a word.
Just seen a video from the F1 account of a police officer using his speed gun on the front stretch. 205 miles per hour.
Well, for Max Verstappen here in Las Vegas tonight, the season for him may have been a bit shaken, but he definitely wasn't stirred. Champion for the 4th time.
Oh, Ocon tried to mess up McLaren. He pitted for softs.
Oh, yeah.
4 laps behind. He tried to mess up Lando.
He wanted the fastest lap, but he wouldn't have got it because he was down in 17th. So that, to me, just he was on all compounds in the race. 2 mediums and a soft. 2 mediums, a hard and a soft.
Yeah, so
Wait, hold on. this completely flew under the radar.
Yeah.
Hulkenberg finished 8th, and that means Haas is P6 in the championship.
Oh, they've gone ahead of Alpine now, yeah. 46 to 49, so yeah, they've changed it. There you can see that while the yellow flag's out at turn 5 and 6, all the work now beginning to clear up on the CCTV camera down there. Brilliant that we've got to see it. We've had the camera all day. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have enjoyed it, having that camera on. We could do with more webcams around circuits as well. Terry Crews and Jenson Button. Terry! 9-9! Woohoo! Let's have a word. Let's go down there.
Tonight.
Terry Crews, 9-9.
Please become a permanent fixture.
No better place. Yes, yes. Oh, they're calling me. Okay, yeah. There's no better place to celebrate a big win than Vegas. Any plans tonight?
You tell me. I'm sure where you're going is going to be a good party. So I was planning on flying in a couple of hours, but I'm definitely not getting on that flight. And I'm going to enjoy this evening with all my team. It's been a dream of a weekend. I don't know how we've been so quick, but I'm just riding this wave right now.
Can you tell us what is special about a night race here in Las Vegas?
Vegas is just a crazy, crazy place. And when you're driving, you see all of this in the background. I can't even describe this place. So to get a victory here, pole position, dominant weekend, 1-2 with Lewis as well. We couldn't have chosen a better place to make this happen.
So George, from the time the lights went out, beautiful start, and we didn't see you after that. That's when you know you've put on a clinic.
I was just waiting for something to happen. The 2 races I've been on pole before, it's always been chaos. Rain, dry, and always something happening. Last race in Brazil, with the red flag. So I'm like, I feel confident here. I've got a good gap, but I'm just waiting for something to happen, and it didn't. So I guess luck has turned, and yeah, just so happy right now.
Congratulations, George. Enjoy Vegas.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
George, this is hot.
Good job, buddy.
9-9. That's it then for Lewis Hamilton, finishing in 2nd place.
Wow.
I'll jump in.
Go ahead.
Lewis, obviously yesterday, it was a tough one to swallow, I'm guessing. You've been quick all weekend. But then starting P10, chasing down George at the end. It was fun. We were biting our nails. There was some action out there.
No, it was great. Well, firstly, I've got to say a big congratulations to Max winning the championship. Still with several laps to go, races to go. And if I'd done my job yesterday, I would have been a breeze today. But it's okay. I had fun coming from the back, coming from 10th, and the team did a fantastic job. We don't know why we were so quick this weekend, but that's the best the car's ever felt. So I'm grateful to have been a part of getting it to that point.
But the hunger.
I do want to ask, in regards to the climate in Las Vegas, did that make a difference in your preparation for what you were going to do here?
The climate doesn't. It's not the. It's just that the race is so late.
Yeah.
So you're going to bed at 5, 6 a.m., waking up and starting your day much later, which is quite difficult. So you don't get a lot of sun during the day, so that really messes with your rhythm.
Does.
But otherwise, it's cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe the reason that we did so well is because it's cold. If we're in a hot climate, that's where we struggle the most.
Guitar. Night race.
Yeah, I mean, if the car drives like that in the next couple of races, then I think we'll be in a good spot to challenge the guys at front. And the championship's done, so now it's just all out, fight for the best positions possible.
Enjoy your last 2 races. It was 10 years to the day yesterday that you won your first championship with Mercedes.
We both looked a lot younger then, didn't we? Anyways, big fan of yours, dude.
Man, big fan, dude.
Cheers,
awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
I'd like to point out as well the fact that it's one extreme to the other, the cold of Las Vegas to the heat of Qatar. It's going to be insane.
Nice to meet you, my man. Pleasure to meet you. Good to see you.
Congratulations. That looked like an interesting race. We didn't really know what was going on with the tyres. I'm guessing it was just as difficult for you guys, graining on both sets of tyres. The unusual not pit entry. How did it end up for you?
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock, the mediums. I was expecting to be quite strong in this tire, but I think it lasted something like 8-9 laps on me, and then from there onwards it was just damage limitation race. I was not comfortable with the car, not strong today. I wish I would have been a bit quicker and would have been fighting with George for the win, but we just simply didn't have it in ourselves today. So we came back with a P3, a podium that is not enough for what we expected, but the maximum that we could do today.
Right. Well, you know, considering that manhole incident last year, did that make you a little nervous about what was going to happen this year for you guys? Are you superstitious?
No, I was hoping that maybe Vegas had something to offer to me after what happened last year. I'll take a podium for this year as a bit of a vendetta, but you know, at the same time, yeah, I was looking at every manhole during that race, avoiding them this time. And but yeah, that's things of the past now. Focus on the future. I think this race has delivered again a pretty good show, and looking forward to come back here in the future.
So Carlos, it's great seeing you race with Charles. Obviously, you're in the same car. You're going to find the same bit of tarmac. It's going to happen. But it's really nice to see that you guys are allowed to fight, and there's a real fight between you guys.
Yeah, and it's been like that for 4 years. You know, Charles and I have gone wheel to wheel pretty much every not every race weekend, but every 2 or 3 races, because we share the same piece of tarmac. We are both very competitive, very close on pace, and we find ourselves always fighting each other at the same time that we fight the Mercedes, the Red Bulls, and the McLarens. I don't think we could have finished more than P3 and P4 today, but yeah, it's what it is. You know, we will keep pushing and see if we can keep a good momentum up.
That's right.
Cheers. Thank you.
Let's hear it from our world champion, Max Verstappen.
Terry Crews, Jenson Button, Carlos Sainz, the top 3. Time for the world champion.
The Max Verstappen. Listen, first of all, you know, you were my introduction into F1 in Budapest, and I'm hooked forever. And now, how does this feel, man? I mean, this great accomplishment you've done today. Talk to us right now.
Yeah, it's been a long season, and of course we started off amazing. You know, it was almost like cruising, but then we had a tough run. But as a team, you know, we kept it together. We kept working on improvements, and yeah, we pulled over the line. I mean, incredibly proud of everyone what they have done for me, and you know, to stand here as a 4-time world champion is of course something that I never thought was possible. So yeah, at the moment just feeling relieved in a way, but also very proud.
Max, congratulations. You join an illustrious group of F1 drivers that have won 4 world championships. Is that what you expected at 17 years old when you first jumped into an F1 car?
Definitely not. I was just happy to be there, and you know, dreaming of potential victories or standing on the podium. You know, the normal things that are already very difficult to achieve. And yeah, then we just got on to that run after, of course, you know, a tough few years where we kept trying, and then yeah, we just hit the ground running with a new concept, and yeah, like I said, to be standing here 4-time world champion is just incredible.
It's amazing to see, and 4 in a row as well. Mentally, we know how demanding this sport is on you, but you've been able to keep your head strong. And this year has not been the easiest either, has it? It seems like it's been the most competitive year in Formula 1 we've seen for many years. How have you been able to keep your head there in the right place through this latter part of the season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, it was a very challenging season. I think also as a person, you know, at times it's very challenging, and I had to be calm. And I think in a way, of course, I still prefer last season. I enjoyed that a lot, but I think this season definitely, again, you know, taught me a lot of lessons that I'm very proud of how we handled it also as a team. So in a way, of course, that makes it also a very, very special and beautiful season.
Yeah, have you got any messages for all your fans around the world and your team? You know, they've been with you through thick and thin and supported you.
Yeah, of course, to the fans, you know, always, it's amazing to see them everywhere supporting me. I think they got a bit spoiled last year with all the wins, so they had to wait for it a long time in the middle of the season. But yeah, incredible sport always, and great to see them again here as well. And I mean, to the team, yeah, what can I say? I mean, we have been through a lot together, and all these highs that we are achieving right now is just, you know, very, very special to do that with all the group of people that we have here at the track and back at the factory, that, you know, they're continuously pushing flat out, you know, to give me the car to fight for a title, and to do that 4 times in a row is very special.
I know we shouldn't be thinking about the future because we've got to be living in the moment, but does this keep you just still hungry for the future years in F1 to come back and fight for the 5th one in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, of course,
if you look at it, you know, to next year right now, I think it's going to be a proper battle between a lot of cars. Yeah, I'm hungry. You know, of course, I'm going to enjoy this, but there are still 2 more races that I want to do well at the same time. And then, of course, we take a little break and then we try and go at it again next year.
Congratulations, Max. I think it's officially a dynasty. I love it. I hate those words, but I'm going to call it right now. You have set a dynasty right here. It's amazing.
Thank you very much.
It's amazing seeing you clinch this 4th title here. And what better place to do it? You're in Vegas.
Yes, I know. What time is it? I'm very thirsty, so.
Clubbing.
Max Verstappen, you are the 2024 Formula 1 World Champion.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, man.
Saturday night in Las Vegas. What a better place to be. Max Verstappen is the world champion. And while we've been having that very long interview, the top 3 have driven back to the grid. And we'll have the podium ceremony as well. JT, in front of the pavilion, we'll get the fountain show and Caesar's Palace. But what an absolute awesome event this has been. Brilliant. Vegas once again sweeps it.
Yeah, absolutely. I like how they did the projector on the fountains. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that too, actually. Very technical, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got something insane has just happened. We've made history at this race.
Have we what?
For the first time in Formula 1 World Championship history, 7 drivers, let's hear from Russell.
Oh my God. This feels good. We're going out tonight, guys. We are going out tonight.
We are going out on the strip.
And congrats to Max.
George, let's have a drink let's have a drink tonight in Las Vegas, in Los Angeles, I mean.
Total, I'm staying in Vegas. I'm staying in Vegas.
I think then maybe I need to stay in Vegas too.
Hopped off the plane at LAX.
Right. 7 what?
Yeah, go on, JT. 7 what?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Lewis Hamilton. Sorry.
Fantastic effort this weekend, guys. You really deserve it. It's been a long, long year, and results like this have not come easy. So I'm really proud of you all, and I'm grateful I could get up there for you.
No, great work, Lewis. That's an excellent recovery today. Real great drive.
Before we even bother,
We done?
probably Carlos Sainz as well, to be fair, JT. We know how this goes. No, we're done. Over to you.
Okay.
I bet this now is going to be
Awesome.
the race results I have to read through. Go on, quickly.
Yeah, so, for the first time in Formula 1 Championship history, 7 drivers have won multiple races in one season.
Yeah, it's true, actually. God.
Yeah.
Russell 2, Hamilton
Verstappen.
2,
Yeah.
Sainz 2, Leclerc 3, Verstappen 8, Norris, Piastri 2 each.
Verstappen.
Norris
No,
3.
Norris has 3.
Norris 3.
Yeah, nice 3.
On to the start-finish line then, and this unique podium. Out
On
here.
a truck, because they forgot about it.
Yeah, when they built it, they forgot the podium, so they had to bring out a truck.
That is a very long truck, though, or have they merged them together?
They store it inside the actual building as well. Oh, live timings. We've been going so long, the live timings have gone. So, that's super bizarre. Oh well, we'll manage. As they fly through.
You can see where they've joined the 2 trucks together. It's so long.
Carlos Sainz 3rd, Lewis Hamilton 2nd. George Russell, though, a 3-time winner. And in his honour, we will hear the national anthem of Great Britain in what has been an awesome race weekend for him. Mr. Saturday sweeps up and comes up all aces. now the German national anthem for Mercedes. World champion for Max Verstappen. A brilliant race victory for George Russell. He's third in his Formula One career. It will also be his 15th career podium in Formula One. Mercedes get victory as well. Number 129. They're 297th and 298th podiums together. As you say, for the Constructors' Trophy to get riled up as well. The gold medal will be presented to George Russell as well in what has been an outstanding race. Has to put it on himself there, though. Susie Wolff, F1 Academy, who'll be racing in Las Vegas next year alongside Toto Wolff, her husband.
Have a victory for Fly.
Yes. The Constructors' Trophy goes to Mercedes. All happy, all smiles. Lewis Hamilton gets podium number 202 in his Formula One career. Another impressive margin for him out there. 10th on the grid, up to P2. Carlos Sainz, podium number 26. As he'll move to Williams next year. Wonderful trophies, by the way. They light up. Wonderful as well. Carbon neutral, reusable. Viva Las Vegas! Under the lights on Saturday night, it's party time! Champagne time! Vegas, once again, has delivered. The fireworks go off around Sin City. There were sins on the circuit as well, but an angel has risen. George Russell wins in dominant fashion, and Max Verstappen crowned a 4-time champion of the world. There is no doubt in anyone's minds, Las Vegas is here to stay. 2 amazing races back to back. What have we got left? From one extreme to the other. The coldness of Las Vegas to the heat of the desert. It's the Qatar Grand Prix in a week's time for our final sprint. Russell in tears due to the champagne stings, but it's a sting he'll happily put up with. Max celebrates a 4-time championship. Viva Max! Viva Las Vegas! Well, we can't take a look at the race results, unfortunately, as well, but Max Verstappen joins Sebastian Vettel and Alain Prost as a 4-time world champion. Juan Manuel Fangio on 5, Hamilton and Schumacher on 7 apiece as well. But a very exclusive club there, Megan, and Max already enjoying it with his team. What a season. It's been rocky.
It really has been rocky, but it was a very good season.
Here's your results then from the Las Vegas Grand Prix. George Russell gets victory as well, with Lewis Hamilton in 2nd. Carlos Sainz finishes in 3rd. Charles Leclerc is 4th, with Max Verstappen 5th, enough to clinch the World Championship. Norris is 6th, Piastri 7th, Hülkenberg 8th, Tsunoda 9th, and Perez rounds out the top 10. Let's hear it from Christian Horner now. He's down with Sky.
At the RB19.
Look, it's been a roller coaster of a year, and I mean, Max has been truly outstanding. I mean, from the start, we got off to a flying start. We had a very difficult summer, but he just kept nailing the results, and you know, he's won 8 Grand Prix. That's more than double any other driver, And he's just been outstanding this year. I think this has been his best and hardest championship, and he's shown maturity. He's delivered on the days when, you know, the car wasn't quite there, and you know, there's no one more deserving of this championship than Max.
Obviously, the last couple seasons have been so dominant. There wasn't really much of a worry throughout the season, but this one had a dip in it. Is it a little sweeter because of that?
Look, this one's been hard won, and I think you know, all credit to all the men and women behind the scenes in Milton Keynes that have put in tireless hours over the, you know, during the weeks, late nights, weekends, early starts, and it's been tough. I mean, the others have pushed us really hard this year, and you know, it's been by far our hardest challenge this year.
Gonna need that off season.
Yeah, it's a very short one.
Christian, you're very good at producing 4-time world champions. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I mean, when we did it for the first time with Seb, I thought we'd never repeat that. And then, you know, to win in 21, that was massive. And then to be standing here with Max having won 4 as well, and joining a very elite group of champions now, it puts him, you know, really in amongst the all-time greats.
Well, we were talking about that. In fact, Martin did a piece on it prior to the start of the race. I mean, where does he rank? And we were actually having a conversation about what is it that makes Max so special, do you think?
Well, look, he has an insane amount of natural talent and ability. He has more hunger than I've ever seen in any driver. The dedication, the application, and self-belief, you know, in himself, and I think all that combination, you know, has created, you know, one of the most phenomenal drivers, you know, that I've certainly ever seen.
What was his role specifically in pulling you guys out of this sort of lull that you had in the season with getting the car underneath him? He wasn't happy for a while. Was there anything that he did in particular that helped the most?
Look, just the way he's driven this year, you know, when he gets in the car, he gives 110%, and he's done that weekend after weekend. And of course, he's had a great team of, you know, men and women behind him. But yeah, he's led that inspiration from in the cockpit, yeah, particularly on the tough days.
And what about the man next to you here, is race engineer GB? Congratulations, you're the man that sometimes has to bear the brunt of it over team radio, but you have such a special relationship yourself and Max, don't you? What's the key to success this year from your side of things?
Well, I think this year has shared many similarities to 2021, actually. It was getting pretty intense at times. Obviously, the buffer we had at the beginning of the year kind of cemented it in the end, but you know, he's taken another step, which I think for you guys is probably pretty hard to believe. You know, the effort he's putting in the office with us as a crew, and I think just the respect that he's starting to give all his fellow drivers as well, in terms he doesn't have to, okay, we've seen a few flashes of it, but he doesn't have to be there and winning, you know, every single thing, every single weekend. So yeah, he's coming a lot, and yeah, I'm really proud of him.
Obviously, you guys have an incredibly close relationship. You have to as a driver. And what is it about Max that people don't know about him? Tell us something about him as a person that we might not know.
He would want me to tell you.
Yeah, maybe.
What don't you know about Max? He loves cats.
We all know that. He can name a lot of cats. I've seen that.
I'm a little bit disappointed. I think he's just grabbed a new cat, and he was saying he was going to call it GP, but he's called it Donatello or something stupid like that.
So this year's been a very different year for you guys. Obviously, as Janica mentioned before, you've had the dip, and at that moment for a driver, it's unbelievably difficult mentally, because everything apart from winning is failure for a racing driver. What's impressed me the most is how you guys and how he's come out of that. The last 2 races we've had, for me, are 2 of the best races that I've seen Max drive, because he knows what he has to do from the first lap to the last lap. Do you feel that way as well with him, that he's grown a lot through this difficult period? Because there were flashes that it maybe wasn't going in that direction, and there were a few little mistakes here and there, which we all do. But it feels the last couple of races he's really confident within himself.
No, and I think that's the thing. I guess obviously you have your chats with him outside of the track, but you know what you hear on the broadcast is not necessarily Max. That's just him with his adrenaline at the time. But you know, he is, as much as he's got this bravado, he will absorb every single piece of information that goes through those ears, and that's his real strength. We can always rely on him in the heat of the moment to just do the right thing.
Christian, let's throw it forward. I think you're 29 behind Ferrari at the moment, who in turn are 24 behind McLaren in the constructors. What's the aim for the end of the season on that front? I mean, obviously to finish as high as you can. Yeah. And then next year, the challenge of next year, I suppose, is what I want to move it on to, because it looks on the evidence of the second half of this season like it could be absolutely epic.
Well, look, I mean, we've got a mountain to climb in the constructors, but we'll never give up. And it's Max obviously has been brilliant so far this year. We need Checo to get on the scoreboard a little more over these last couple of races to have any chance. But of course, then looking further ahead into next year, there's 4 teams that are going to be very hotly contesting this championship, and I just want to pay credit to GP as well and his team of engineers. They've been outstanding this year. It's been tough. There's been a huge amount going on, and week in, week out, they're putting the effort in, and he couldn't do it without the support that he's had within the garage, within the team, within the factory. And GP takes a bit of flack on occasion. He gives as good as he gets.
He's too right.
But he's it's that relationship between driver and engineer and team that enables you to achieve these kind of results. So we're incredibly proud of him and incredibly proud of the team.
I was going to say, wider role for you next year, isn't it, GP? Is there a little bit of an expanded role or anything like that? What can you tell us on that?
He's doing a bit more, GP. So he's stepping. Obviously, we've got a couple of levers. Jonathan leaving to Sauber, so that GP takes a step up, but he's still going to be the man on the phone to Max. So he's just got a bit more to do.
Cracking the whip. There you go. Where's the party?
Max is saying there's something at the Cosmopolitan Hotel, but also at the Omnia if you want to go.
Yeah, we have.
He's got 2
Is that an invite? Is that an invite? There we go. The whole of Las Vegas will be turning up there. Well done, GP. You just gave it away. We'll let you go and enjoy it. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you
really
very much.
appreciate it.
Yep, and it will be party time out here tonight as well. We'll certainly be wanting to go as well, wouldn't you? Coming through?
I want to go to bed.
Guitar coming up next as well. Right, let's wrap up then our evening here in Las Vegas, with it being next time out as well on the street. Well, we go from the streets to the desert. JT, Qatar always throws up a classic. Championship may be decided, but we are in for some really cracking races, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. We are in for some really good races. 2 more to go. 2 race weekends to go. It was a triple header. 2 triple headers to round out the year. We're on to our second. And, well, we've got 2 good races, hopefully, coming up in the next 2 weeks. And, well, you can see on the traffic cameras, I don't know if you still have it up, but everyone's trying to pack everything away. Do you want to know why that is?
Why?
The road closure is scheduled to end at 4 AM local, as known as in 3 hours and 52 minutes.
They really have got to hurry up on that, haven't they, as well?
Oh, wait, no. For Las Vegas, I think it's...
No, it should... Well, we saw it last year, didn't we?
I thought it was 8 hours.
Not sure. But, yeah, we see it on the monitor, JT, as well, coming up. So I'll just move that back out of the way so you're not interrupted.
It is 8 hours, Megan,
8
so
hours,
it's midnight, and then 4 hours, 4 AM local.
I thought so. I know American time.
So, JT, just give us a sum up on this weekend from your point of view. Russell and, of course, Verstappen being a champion.
Well, I've actually been here for some of it, so
Yeah.
that's a surprise. Thursday/Friday for us was Hamilton. Friday/Saturday for us was the transition from Hamilton to Russell from practice to qualifying. And then today it was just Russell. Mercedes have been strong all weekend. It's one of their strong tracks. Then we go to Qatar. How will they do there? And, well, Lewis Hamilton has raced at 38 circuits in Formula 1. He's extended his podiums at those circuits to 36 with a podium here at Las Vegas.
He just won't stop recording those things, will he? And
the 2 are Miami and the Indian Grand Prix.
Yeah, you never got podium up.
Speaking of records, Lando Norris may not have won the championship, but he has set an all-new lap record, beating his teammate Oscar Piastri from his record last year, and now having a 1:34.876.
Big improvements all the way around then to come through as well. What have you got, JT?
Charles is very happy over the radio after the race. Yeah, I did my job, but hold on, I need the bleep because there's a lot of them. But being nice, me over all the time, it's not even being nice, it's just being respectful. I know I need to shut up, but at one point it's always the same. So, oh my.
Oh dear.
That was loud.
Ferrari are not happy, are they?
No, they are not.
No, what have you got,
I
Miss?
think it's quite fitting that Qatar kind of reminds me of a turkey, because the day before is Thanksgiving.
29th as well, in 7 days' time. It's a sprint weekend as well, so we'll have sprint racing action for you as well. Well, thanks to you, JT. My thanks to you all weekend, Megan, as well. I know it's been a tricky one for me and you up in this commentary box as well.
I'm so tired.
We've gone -2 degrees, no sleep in the middle of the night, and now, actually, it's been quite kind to us today because it is currently 14 degrees. So it's quite nice.
Just be glad your night race streak is over.
Yep, 10 weekends done. We've now got 2 left, and they're all in the daytime. Yay! I've had surgery in that time as well, and still did Australia. Well,
We're so tired.
We are tired.
You nearly died.
I did nearly die. Let's not glorify that. I did, and I still did Japan in the night race, and then went to Brands Hatch. So yeah,
You really did. That's a strange
it's
thing.
a weird thing. But anyway,
Because you think of it and you think, oh no, I would be okay. And then you think, it's like, well, if I hadn't have done this.
if I hadn't done this, and this, and if I didn't go to the medical centre when I did, then
Yeah.
Yeah, weird
You
weekend to go from there as well. But my thanks to you, JT. My thanks to you, Megan, as well. Max Verstappen then enters the record books. A 3rd championship crowned here in Las Vegas as well, alongside that of... Who won in 81? Oh, yeah, his father-in-law.
Yeah,
Nelson Piquet. And then 82 was Keke Rosberg. Max Verstappen now wins it in 2024.
P, if you don't win here one day,
Yeah,
you're breaking
really in
family
trouble.
tradition.
Max Verstappen then is a 4 times champion of the world, but no attention drawn away from George Russell, who's done fantastic. Mr. Saturday delivers in the Saturday night race here, but we leave. The championship for the drivers wrapped up. The constructors, though, still fierce. It's McLaren, Ferrari and Red Bull with 2 races to go. But as we leave here, congratulations to George Russell, who winning the Grand Prix, and Max Verstappen, a 4 times champion of the world. Welcome to the Immortals. We'll see you in Qatar. Bye-bye.